Hello, good evening. Don't usually stream at this time, but hey, different time, different people, different game. Me doing a recently released game that is weird. I'm not playing a game that came out 10 or 20 years ago.
Good
I'm
ad.
playing a game that came out today. This is going to be Fire Emblem Warriors Three Hopes. And I know very little. Like, of course, I know Fire Emblem Three Houses. Who doesn't?
Well,
But I decided to bring in one of my good old friends who 100% Three Houses, so we can kind of compare notes and have a good time talking about this.
you want to know how much I won? I mean, how much did I 100% three houses? Well, I 100%ed. Well, I mean,
Tell them how many hours you had in it.
the lengths I went. Well, I've sunk over 1,000 hours into it. That was my quarantine game. I not only 100%ed not only did I go through all of the routes, but I also went through the game on maddening mode as well, and I even ended up making a whole conversion chart from money into, I believe it's called renown, in order to buy certain stuff from the underground, to just so that by the end of each story I would just be like, okay, should I sell this or should I convert it? And yeah, I went hard. I went very hard. Because, I mean, what else was there to do at that time?
Did you even play the DLC?
Oh yeah, I did.
So, this game, for what I've heard, essentially has even the Elsa Wolf stuff included. I don't know what exactly the storyline is. Like any RPG, after the first kind of announcement trailer, I just kind of look at a few small things, but I don't over-research because I don't trust trailers not to spoil me.
Well, unfortunately, I won't be able to hear anything.
Well, when I get a better computer, I will be able to do that. I'll tell you the points that you may want to hear, and I'll try to sync that up.
Okay.
Because obviously, I do not have a setup for that yet. Me and Lem have been talking about this for a while, but my basement flooded, and a lot of shit happened in my life at once.
Lovely.
So, but before we start, what are we thinking? Are we thinking lions, deers?
Oh, this is still something you get to pick routes for? I know nothing about this.
From what I guessed, yeah. Like, that's kind of, it still has the free in the name.
I mean, I don't know. That could just...
And from what I seen at the demo, there was a free route split.
Okay. And you never know. It could just mean, oh, well, maybe you just have to collect 3 different things or some shit like that.
Alright, this is a Warriors game. I'm in for a chill time. I'm going to go normal.
What, you don't want to go hard?
Warriors games, especially when you're playing a new one for the first time, I usually think it's not as fun to do hard because some of those games just kick your face a little too hard sometimes. Especially old school ones.
Bruh, I 100%ed Hyrule Warriors. I understand. But then again, I'm a bit of a masochist when it comes to that.
Hey. Oh no! This has got classic mode?
Holy shit.
This is a Warriors game.
Not a freaking Fire Emblem game. There's nothing classic about this.
You can probably lose your party. No. No.
What does that even mean in this context?
That's a weird one. Play style. Slow and steady. Take more time to examine stats. Use information like level up stats, missing play things. In tutorial windows. Keep taxiful. Loading off level up windows. Missing play. Actually, I kind of like seeing the missing play things show up because in Royal games you can sometimes miss them if they don't pause you.
Yeah. That's a tricky one because sometimes they're excessive and sometimes they're helpful.
I'll keep it open for now to see how bad it is.
Fair enough.
But
when everything is paused, when you have to hear every 2 seconds, I have defeated an officer.
Oh god, I hope it's not that. That would be legitimately awful.
You know what I'm talking about.
Dude, I played the old school ones, right?
Yeah.
To be fair, Royal games have been so polished these days, there hardly Royal games anymore.
Yeah, it depends.
Hey, that's that lady. I know, you know the one.
I will in a few seconds. Oh, it's Sarah.
That's the one I was thinking. Dragon explosions.
That was in years. So that means this is a very weird timeline.
Hey! Leia!
Oh, it's the
Vlad.
immovable.
All this bloodshed. Will it never come to an end?
He's not so obsessed with fists right now.
Well, good old Uncle. Oh, bye, Uncle Indec. I gotta say, good old turtle Uncle. Uncle Indec is there, but well, he just got obliterated.
Oh, there's Seth!
Hey!
I don't think we ever saw their old forms.
Well, no, they didn't. That was something that I found was clearly missed, honestly.
Well, we're getting into our opinion of Free Houses in a bit, but I just kind of want to see what this game starts off as, right? Because Free Houses is a very complicated game to talk about.
I know you're napping around here somewhere. On your
Well,
feet and back to work
yeah.
already, yeah?
There's...
And I also feel like your opinion would be kind of dictated on which route you went to.
Finally. Come on, Sunshine. Up and at 'em.
Oh,
Well,
it's my friend. Gets
oh, yes,
totally not going to die.
definitely. The...
Party member for life, right?
Totally. Gets is the best character right here. I can't even say that with a straight face. Everybody knows that the real hero MVP is the fucking...
One
the
thing
guard
I'm
dude.
hoping for is our side protagonist is not so silent, because we already have Byleth. Let's have somebody with a little more personality.
Violet was a Persona protagonist through and through.
Oh yeah, and there's good and bad from it. I'm going to choose female because why not?
But like I say, you know who the best character was?
Hey, get up already.
That dude who always said,
Holy fuck, I talk!
nothing to report.
What's going on?
Oh shit.
I talk!
Oh shit, well there's your answer.
What's going on?
So,
Did your head spring a leak while you were napping?
more of a
Better see if you can even remember
Corin
your
than a
name.
Byleth so far.
Did anybody hate Corwin to a ridiculous length?
Yep.
Because I remember when Face was coming out, Corwin was like the least favorite protagonist since Roy. And I know people were like, Roy wasn't hated. He was hated in the Fire Emblem community. He really was. Because he was... At the time, I don't know if you know this, but Roy was the weakest lord of the GBA games.
Oh, interesting.
Like, it wasn't even close.
That bad.
Some more modern fans might argue Hector because movement is everything in that fandom. I cry in generals. As a general user, and hearing people say those are the most useless things ever, I kind of cry a little bit. They don't get enough movement, and I'm like, but defense.
Yeah, it's a balance. Well, it depends on what you're doing, really, when it comes down to it. What you're doing.
Hey, it's a complete preference thing.
Yes. It essentially...
Says, I'll stick with the default name.
Shez, alright.
Well, looks like there's hope for you yet.
Alright. Oh, feign ignorance, apologize profusely. I'll be sassy.
Back off, you sack of guts.
Holy hell, I am super sassy.
Support unit down. Support level down.
You know those those Telltale games? Gats really remember that.
Well,
Yeah, well, the battle's on
Three
our
Houses
doorstep,
did that too,
so
to an
you're lucky
extent,
I like you
when,
enough to wake you.
well, when it did your fucking, it's like, if you pick the right answer, your
heard who we're
support
up
unit
against,
goes
yeah?
up. Or it could go
Gerald's
down,
mercenaries.
depending.
Yeah, that was a weird thing in Three Houses.
Gonna be one hell of a fight if true, especially if the Ashen Demon...
I would be surprised if Gatekeeper would be playable in this game, because Gatekeeper took a life of his own. Like, I don't know if he kept playing Heroes, but Gatekeeper became a playable character in that as well.
What?
You know Fire Emblem Heroes, the mobile game? Gatekeeper is a unit.
Oh shit! Attaboy!
Yeah, hey, hell, Google right now, Gatekeeper Fire Emblem 3 Heroes. Not 3 Heroes, so Heroes, bleh, you know what I meant. He has a unit and he has the dogs around him. It's a complete love letter to the memes he is.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful.
Like, look at that art and tell me.
I love it.
Leave it to you
I
to
love
fumble
it
the
so
details.
much.
Did you even catch the
See?
Ashen Demon's name?
So I would be surprised if they're like, yeah, Gatekeeper deserves a spot.
The real MVP.
Because he took a life of his own.
Of course I did. It was...
I just saw a meme image of him being
By the
photoshopped
goddess,
into
it's
Smash.
right on the tip of my tongue.
I could just picture his Smash intro. Gatekeeper has nothing to report.
God. No. Reporting for duty. Gatekeeper has arrived.
Oh, my-
Oh! I choose Red Spirith.
what?
I can choose Red Spirith is the game going to have me against.
Against? That's bizarre.
I have always liked female Byriths to sign more than male Byrith, really.
I've always thought female Byleth looks perpetually confused.
So, it'll be me. Why not? I'm female Byleth.
Yeah, that's it.
Demon or no demon, our job is to fight and win.
There's no appropriate way to react to my dumbness.
You sound just like the captain. I know they paid up front, but come on.
Well,
You're
at least
kinda
one
like-
of you has some courage. You've certainly come a long ways.
Oh,
since
Captain
from that
Belling.
village.
You're also a important character, I see.
Oh man, we're just getting all the important characters
But this
here.
battle is about more than just victory.
You know they're important when you don't see their hair.
And their eyes are shadowed.
Gerald's team has a sterling
Very
reputation.
important.
Rumor has it they've never
Yeah, you
played
don't really even see their eyes properly.
But once we put them to rout, we'll finally
So you
be the
know that
greatest
they're-
mercenaries in all of Leicester.
Boy, when we beat Gerald, we're going to show how awesome we are.
Enemy activity detected, Captain.
Oh, Leslie! Another important character I'm sure.
Looks like we'll be
Look at
fighting
all
by
of this.
moonlight. Mind you
Oh.
don't kill each other in the dark.
That one's wearing red though.
Wasn't expecting a fight so soon. But I guess
So
there's-
tell me that's a red sword.
That means well, red shirts always mean bosses. So I mean,
When this is over, we'll all greet the new dawn together.
You sure are a cocky little thing. But yeah, all right.
I don't know.
I know there's supports in this game. I know this has a lot of Fire Emblem isms.
All right, let's get down to business.
So much so that it
We're
has
up
a
against
classic
Gerald's
mode.
mercenaries.
Alright, movement and camera. Continue moving to dash. Oh, boy, I dash. I assume.
Drive them straight into their graves.
You know what was?
Time to see what you're made of.
That's the second time I've seen a classic mode, quote unquote, that isn't actually anything to do with a classic experience of a type of a game. The other classic mode that wasn't really a classic mode happened to be from Smash 4 for the Wii U,
We're not putting up much of a fight. Are these guys new
which had
recruits or
nothing to do
something?
with classic mode because it was
this
nothing
means
like
that's
the
what they're
traditional
all
classic modes. Like, how is this classic mode?
Which game was that?
That was Smash 4 for the Wii U.
The Wii U one was kind of weird with some of those things. But I actually kind of liked the Ultimate one where each person got their own little thing.
Oh yeah, Ultimate was great for that. I think
Because
Ultimate was the pinnacle of classic mode for that.
because everybody had something worth seeing, you know what I mean?
I eat steak tougher than this.
Absolutely.
Hey, you! Clear out that group over there.
And
Defeat the most of the characters. Lock on. This is actually an important one to know because it's always different in these games. Alright, there we go. God who gods in a Warriors game, am I right?
oh, yeah, couldn't be me. Honestly, guarding was like the only thing that saved my fucking life in Hyrule Warriors.
Were you bad at Hyrule Warriors or something? I combo out to magic, so click on R.
I went through 100% on adventure mode. That was the whole clear out the map thing.
Holy hell, I even have these skill things.
Oh.
This game is very in-depth.
Oh no. To the point where your weapon has durability.
Does it?
Look! At the bottom at the bottom right!
Bottom right.
Take out the stronghold over this way, yeah? You get the one over there.
Oh no, that's my skill stuff. That's how many points I can use my skills.
Okay.
Durability in a Warriors game would be a bad thing. Objectively bad. Can you imagine playing Dynasty Warriors? It's like, you can only use those weapons so many times. In some games, I actually kind of get it. Base captains, I know about bases. All your base belong to us. I'll tell you, the music's
actually a nice royalized Fire Emblem music.
Oh, yeah.
I can definitely feel that. Oh, this is going... Alright, this is going the Gundam Warriors way of taking up bases. Because this type of method started in the Dynasty Warriors Gundam games.
Oh, the...
Hey, you go into a room? Most of them do it, but I always give... Alright, let's see...
Yeah, that's...
Captain ran out ahead of us. Is she gonna be okay?
Yeah.
Keep your eyes open. We still don't know if the Ashen Demon is here.
One Piece Warriors is huge on that, too.
Well, this voice was actually pretty sick.
Actually, I fucking love the One Piece Warriors games. The thing is, with the One Piece Warriors games, they never actually kept it the exact same, like with every installment, either. Because, like, they're doing the thing that Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm did. It's just...
No, those Ultimate Storm went through the whole bloody series, I feel like, proper.
About time a foe with some
Well,
teeth
and,
showed up. But they still don't stand a chance against burless mercenaries.
That's kind of the vibe that I get from the One Piece Pirate Warriors games. Because they change up the gameplay ever so slight. They
Now,
change up the
isn't
gameplay
this
ever
a
so
sight?
slightly.
You must be the
To make it a
infamous
lot more
Ashen
extensive,
Demon. I can't wait
with
to
every
tear
game.
you apart.
And they add a whole lot
This'll
more
be
little
the end of the
extras in
Ashen
there.
Demon. No one can beat the captain.
Ooh, boy, that guy had a charge attack. That was scary.
Yeah, right.
They took out Leslie like she was nothing.
I can't
Oh,
believe
no,
I'm losing
Leslie.
to some damn kid.
Is Lazzy dead?
Captain Berlin's in trouble. I have to reach her
It
before
just
it's
said
too late.
blatantly, Lasley has died.
Oh, boy.
Only one thing to do about that.
Oh, I can do my special attacks finally. Alright, let's see what I got.
I've got you now.
Boy, that's a big number. That's the sky of numbers of damage.
Ah, yeah.
Finally in sight.
That's another...
Ah, no, the captain's dead.
Oh no.
Captain's dead. What are we gonna do now?
We're playing our casual mode game.
They're like, oh, you're playing on casual mode? Well, fuck you, everybody's dying anyways.
I wonder if it's going to talk.
I don't know. Even in Smash, you didn't say much. Oh. We've got the boss intros like Hyrule Warriors.
Stand down or die.
Oh, sea talks.
We're gonna stand. We're gonna fight.
Oh,
We're
interesting.
gonna avenge the captain.
Alright, defeat. Okay. I don't know if I can defeat.
Why am I so scared? It's just one.
I'll run in circles on you.
Run! Run while you can!
Oh, Gats died.
Oh,
Yes, no!
all the important
Can't be
people.
happening.
You stand alone now.
I feel like I'm doing nothing.
Well,
I think this is a false loss, but I'm going to give it my all.
and I was holding a silver stick too, by the looks of things.
Out of the way.
Silver or steel?
Oh, look at that damage! Oh, crap! I just melted! Do you saw that?
Oh yeah.
I knew it was gonna be a first loss, but I wonder if there's tryhards that beated it.
I wonder if you can.
Because it's cool to see people try to win the first loss fights. Because if it's possible, it's kind of amazing.
The cycle of this
Actually,
world,
that was
I
something
will
that
not allow to perish
Bravely
with you.
Default 2 fucking trolled people with. Because it's like, they forced you into a bunch of fights that should have been unwinnable. But you can win against them if with enough tryhard moves.
What the hell? I went Super Saiyan.
Oh well.
Where did you get that power?
Oh holy! What the fuck?
What I need to bring you down.
That makes you look like some sort of a Garthan experiment gone wrong.
Fox the Super though still.
We're here to help.
Oh, after I use my attack. Fuck! Holy hell, look at this, I'm melting things! Holy hell, Dual Swords is amazing!
You're fighting like an entirely different person.
I wonder what I wonder if this game has like different weapons that you can equip.
I hope so.
We did what we came
This-
to. Fall back.
What? Sorry, but this fight is over.
It's weird that you're talking, Bailiff. I don't know how to process this.
I must admit, that's quite bizarre.
Why? We've achieved our goal. Your job was to stop us, and you failed. Another time, perhaps.
Bailiff gives no fucks. Bailiff is ruthless. Holy fuck. Don't ever kill you. You suck. Bye.
Oh no.
This had law to the end, said it to, and she's like some type of redditor.
Or you could go the Twitter variant and go L plus ratio plus you suck plus your weapons are.
I hate the L plus ratio thing because it's just, it adds nothing to the conversation.
Of course not. It's just.
Then again, most things on Twitter don't add things to the conversation, but I like people to attempt to add to the conversation.
Nah.
Oh, good. You're awake.
That's
Not
just
sure
a
I would have
place
been
to-
able to sleep at night with your blood on my hands.
I'm guessing you're a sophist.
But different.
Alright, I had to ask you, Gil. Male or female? What do you think? The person we're looking at right now.
Oh, the not Sothis. Well, I can't hear the voice.
The voice is a female voice, but that means nothing in anime games.
True. I'm gonna say. I'm gonna.
Am I dead?
Yeah, actually, hey, you can turn on the stream volume. I'll be quiet for the next couple lines, and you can make a judge.
Okay, let's see.
No, not yet. And you're not a good listener either. Did I not just say how pleased I am that you're still alive? Regardless, I'm a being who exists on the edge of dreams and reality. You may call me
okay.
Arval.
That name doesn't tell me anything either. Do you see the confusion already?
Yeah. Hold on a sec. Oh, what was his name? Shit, it's been forever since I played.
It's right there. It's literally right there, man.
No, not that one. Oh, it's been forever since I played Fates. Hold on a sec. Forrest! That's who it was. I want to pull up a picture of Forrest and see if I can...
It looks like it could be either, honestly.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward woman.
I kind of lean towards guy because it has that young man voice that I see typical in animes.
Yes, well, the only reason I'm saying that is because... Do you remember... well, it's because that jawline looks... That jawline looks masculine to an extent, but it could also very much be like a woman tried to be manly, as opposed to, if you recall, Forrest from Fire Emblem Fates, he looked very feminine, but was kind of the opposite.
Alright, I was like, the first time in a long time that I couldn't tell.
Recall?
Arval,
I just sent you a picture of Forrest.
No, I know who Forrest is.
Okey-doke.
I mean, recall, male and female.
Okay. Yeah, so like, you see what I'm saying? It almost looks like
But
it's
for
a woman
now-
tried to be manly,
Let me speak
as
plain.
opposed to Forrest,
You
was a man
are
tried to be
slated to die.
womanly. And judging by the way that one
Right
is
now,
talking,
I'm the only thing holding your meager life together.
I'm
And to be
gonna
blunt,
say-
it's beginning to tire
They're
me.
talking like a young man, though.
well, exactly. Well, like, the way it's talking seems
thank
to be
you?
like really masculine and whatnot. It's like, that could be tomboyish.
Or maybe it's a whole reusing situation. Do you know reusing for Niji Sanji?
Which one is that there?
Hey, they are in the Japanese branch, but hey, they don't reveal the gender because they are a guy or girl, but they choose to keep it ambiguous because they feel like that just goes better with their character. So it could just be a non-answer situation, is what I'm saying.
Oh, I see.
Because reusing, it's not non-binary, but doesn't go by any pronouns to keep the Eggman deity angle. So it could go that way.
So it could very much be okay. Like
It could be a picky on the Avenger type of thing, I feel.
like Najimi from Komi can't communicate. I understand.
I don't know that anime, but probably.
Oh, my. That's
Yeah.
the first time anyone has
That's
ever
it.
shown me gratitude.
This is probably
I
going to
must
be a
say,
point where
I like it very much.
Najimi is a character who essentially people fight profusely
Hear
over
me
gender.
well. You are a crucial piece
because
of this world.
Najimi has said on very different very
Oh,
different
this will
times
never
depending
do. You're
has
far
been
too
either
groggy to absorb what I'm saying.
but nobody knows. So everybody put on the wiki page.
For now,
Just
I need
put
to tell
the,
you how you'll get back
gender
on your
as
feet.
not
I need
you.
only convince
Oh,
you that you
alright.
will.
I'm just going to replay a voice line for you, and I get total young man vibes from this one.
Hear me well. You are a crucial piece of this world's cyclical. No, this will never do. You're far too groggy to absorb what I'm saying.
I'm curious. Yeah, that sounds pretty masculine. Yeah.
But like I said, I think it's a reusing situation where it's choose your own adventure book.
Wow,
That's
what a weird way to describe that.
That's essentially what. Look up reusing clips where he talks about it. That's essentially what he does, or what they do.
I'm curious, 'cause that sounds familiar. Let me see.
He was part of the Siege generation of Niji Sanji. If you want to nail down where he's from, or they're from.
Oh yeah, no, I found it. Yeah. I'm just looking up the voice actor. Melissa Hutchison. Who are you?
I don't understand.
sound very
I'm already
familiar.
up and about.
Ah, perhaps here you are, but not in reality where it counts. Your cluelessness is actually quite
I always
charming.
have to do this.
I
always
think you're
have to
starting to
look up
grow
voice
on me.
Boy, this kid is as smug as Sophus is.
Sounds about right.
Still, the important thing is what you do.
Sounds about right
after
for
you
not
wake.
so this.
And what should that be?
Recall, please, how the Ashen Demon bested you. Came within an inch of snuffing out your life. If you attempt the fight again the same way, you will reach the same conclusion. This would force me to step in once more, which would be most annoying and also rather counterproductive, if I'm honest.
Boy, not Sophus hates my face.
Huh.
Then I'll get
Interesting
stronger.
relationship.
The woman I am now will seem like a little kid in comparison. And one day, I will surpass the Ashen Demon.
Not know
I
this
swear it.
character?
Indeed.
Hey, this might be a new thing completely to the lore, maybe.
My captain and
No, I'm
comrades are
talking
dead.
about the voice actor.
The company is finished.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it has been time that they released the voice actors yet, because
Oh, they
sometimes
have.
they maybe. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I checked.
I thought you to be more sentimental.
And it's
Did
accurate.
they not take you in? Care for you?
Okay.
This game would be a little sad for some because I imagine this would be Frederick's voice actor's last
And
role.
this is something we're all too used to.
Huh? Oh.
Oh, the person who did
Oh,
Ferdinand's voice passed away
Bennett.
a week ago.
That's right.
It was
that's
rough.
Right. Fuck. Yeah. Shit, that.
I never knew my real parents,
hit
and I
hard.
lost the mother who raised me.
Hey, yeah, he was so young,
Me, I guess.
so talented.
He's 34.
Yeah, so young.
Yeah. He was also Josuke's English voice actor.
Well, so life, but large impact doing characters like that.
The best way to honor my fallen
Yeah.
comrades is by training
Dude
hard and growing
exploded
even
onto the
stronger.
scene. Like,
Then I'll crush Gerald's mercenaries and the Ashen Demon with them.
I think I speak for everybody. Fuck cancer.
Abso-fucking-lutely.
That's what I'm going to live for now.
Because I think he got some type of throat cancer or something like that.
I think it was colon cancer,
Colon cancer, yeah.
which is the same
Oh,
thing
but
that
I
killed off the
like
Black
your
Panther.
spirit. Though I expected no less from my...
Boy, why do so many good ones get that?
I'm sorry, what?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
it's-
suppose that was a bit sudden. I should remember, take
I don't know,
intimacy
mate.
in smaller steps. The point
Take
is
care of
that I'm
yourselves,
here to
folks.
guide you, and I promise to help you find the strength to see your dreams realized.
Alright, we finished chapter 0, the tutorial. Time to start the prologue.
Prologue. A chance encounter.
Nice.
Alright, let's see if any of the lore has changed.
Bodlin, said to be protected by a goddess, has existed for uncountable ages. Now, 3 ruling powers control the land. To the south is a region held for more than 1,000 years by the Adrestian Empire. To the north is the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, ruled by the royal family and its knights. And to the east, a league of nobles that bends no knee, rules the Leicester Alliance.
That's why I recognize this woman's voice.
Though once consumed in war,
You know
these
who
3
she was?
powers
You know
now
who the
exist in relative
Marvel's
harmony.
voice actor was? She is Clementine in The
Nestled
Walking
between
Dead.
them is Garrick Mount,
Oh!
seat of the Church of
Clementine was really good.
widely practiced faith and a power that helps to maintain peace
Hells
across
yeah.
the continent.
Clementine was actually a very solid character through and through that I feel like holds to this day.
Called Ramire, and west of this
No
place
kidding.
stretches
She's
a
great.
forest where a lone mercenary
Like, that
awaits.
is a fantastic story right there.
And hell, I'm happy that it did not end in tragedy.
Hey, wake up!
As most
Like,
related things
but like,
do.
did you? It gets tiring when every story ends in a tragedy, and you kind of go, "Yay, everybody I love died again."
Not another one. Okay, and the point of that was...
How many times must we do this?
Yeah.
Get up already!
It sucks.
Huh? That's weird. I could have sworn I heard someone calling me. It's still dark out, though.
But
Hello, yes, I was calling.
I kind of hope. I know this is Warriors, but hope Fire Emblem protagonists will go down this route and have their own personalities again.
Come on, I told you not to sneak up on me like that.
Well, yeah. Have you heard about the rumored Fire Emblem?
I don't know.
Oh, you can Google it real quick. It's kind of funny because I personally think it's fake because the apparent main character has the hair color being the color of both Switch Joy-Cons, so I just feeling that's a fake thing. So search up Fire Emblem League 2022. You'll find it.
As if I have a choice.
Come the fuck again?
Do you know how many times you would have died by now if not for me? I'll tell you. 22. The 3 times you leapt off a cliff to, quote, unquote, get tougher, saved you. Those 5 mad attempts to dispatch a horde
Okay.
of monsters by yourself, saved you.
Okay.
Are you on my side believing this is fake?
It sounds... It looks ridiculous. Oh gosh, and of course, one of the first things that pops up is some clickbaity YouTube video that's like, could this leaked Fire Emblem game be real? It's like, okay.
I looked at the screenshots. I came to my own judgment that they look, even though they're low quality, they look too low quality to be the next Fire Emblem in my eyes. That's really where I made my judgment. Whereas I know Fire Emblem games can be dumb sometimes, but I don't think they're Switch Tail dumb.
Although, Nintendo really does like to do that. If you recall, they did something similar. Well, I suppose you wouldn't know, but they did something similar with when they ported Undertale to Switch. And I know they've done that.
And tonight, despite my repeated warnings, you took the wrong path and ended up having to sleep on a bed of leaves in the middle of the woods.
My God, I'm already liking these. Alright, I'm going to be sassy.
Ignoring me, I'll take that to mean I touched a nerve. At any rate, we all make a few mistakes along the way. And by we, I mean you. And by a few, I mean far, far more than average. Now then,
Boy, Sophus was never this mean.
would you like to know why I've roused you from your mud-caked slumber? Actually, it's probably easier to show rather than tell.
To be fair, I feel like they did not. Here's a personal opinion of mine. They made Sophus disappear too soon.
Oh.
You know, you got the special hair color and Sophus fused with you. I thought that happened a little too early.
Stop plowing ahead, Claude. You're going to get us lost.
Oh, it's a flea! It's a flea!
Lost, schmost. We've got it on Imperial authority that this is the way to the village.
I'm playing for a golden ending. But we don't want a I want a golden ending after the pain I felt. Or where at least two of them get to live. Can I at least have that?
I mean, you had that in Edelgard's story technically if you chose the right thing.
Yeah, but who chose to keep Cloud alive?
Not that it meant.
Hell, even Joe, who played Claude, chose to kill Claude.
Well, okay, that's different. That's his voice actor, goddammit.
He chose to kill Claude when he went down the Black Eagle's route. He committed.
It doesn't particularly matter either way. Nah,
So that's a canon route, damn it.
The one that
Could anyone
truly
know where it is in the thick of these
The one that
mountains?
truly matters whether who you choose to save is Lysithea in that regard.
Yeah, because that really connects with the stories. But one thing I loved about Three Houses is English cast. They clearly connected well because they did so many events after the game came out together. It was probably one of the most hype English cast releases ever.
Well, and not only that, but they did a lot of stuff within the community too.
Yeah, they really got into the community. Like I said, Joe. I don't want to say his last name because I would butcher it.
We know who you're talking about.
But he was essentially he came out and actively was part of the community, gave into theories, gave his own personal theories as well. Actually talked about a lot of things behind the scenes. It was so cool because, especially in JRPGs, you don't see that often when the cast is actually active in the community, especially the English cast.
You
Can't
know,
even say for certain where we are in all this gloom.
and there was something he shed some light on that I found really interesting.
I'll rely on my keen senses
that
to navigate. Lucky for
just
you,
makes
they're
me wonder
sharp
what
as
it
an
would have been like to be in that recording booth at that point. And that is when it came to like any sort of background music that had like people singing within it, that it was all like it wasn't any sort of language. It was just they called it Fodlanese, which
Holy hell, that is crazy.
yeah, and which is like, how on earth do you like? What does that mean?
Someone's here.
Because that's the only time we ever
perhaps.
really see that, and it just sounds like gibberish.
Backwater thief. What cheek.
Sounded really, and it was probably all the more
No
interesting when
bandit,
Joe
I'm a
actually
mercenary.
sang the fucking Golden Deer final boss theme with Jules. And it's like, yeah, I had no idea what the actual lyrics were, so I just kind of rolled with it. I just kind of made them up.
Hey, if anybody wanted to check out any Free Houses content, check out Joe's Claude's voice actor's YouTube videos / streams of his playthrough, because he gives so much insight into the game. Because he goes into details, he talks about behind the scenes stuff, and it did educate me on a lot of things. And given Golden Deal was the last group I played, it was also cool to hear from the group I cared least about on how much he cares about every character. Now, that was my initial opinion. Golden Deal is probably my second favorite. I'll always be a Black Eagle person. I will stick with them, even though I feel like Black Eagles had the shortest end of the stick.
Well, that makes
Absolutely.
everything better.
A bandit would be far less out of place in these woods than a sellsword.
I'm
What
a
brings
Golden
you
Deer
here?
dude, 100%.
That is fair. But my thing with Black Eagles, I love all the characters, and I do feel like if the game had another year developed, the story could have reached so many heights, rather than being the worst mess that the end game of Black Eagle was. And hell, you can almost see them apologizing by randomly giving us free DLC for Giselle joining us. It's like, yeah, Black Evil people, even though we advertised Aragorn to hell and back, we didn't really work hard enough on this route. Now, before people take what I'm saying as I am bashing the Black Eagle route, it's still a good route, and there's still good story moments from it, but there's weird things, like the Shredder of the Dark, those who Shredder of the Dark was never resolved, and the resolve we got was the weakest stitch we ever had for a resolution. After the war, they were dealt with, the end.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
After the story ends, it's like, yeah, those who Shredder the Dark, yeah, they've been dealt with in our little 5-minute epilogue. Yeah, we dealt with them. The end. Bye. And hell, Black Eagles was done so dirty, they had the fourth route, part of the Black Eagles route, where you just betray Eldergard because they're like, yeah, let's have another route where you're just betraying somebody and just being a full selfish asshole.
Just so you could deal with those who slither in the dark. And that they're like, hey, here's your church ending. That's what really was.
Well, my problem with that route is, hey, you would think it would be the golden route, but that's the route where everybody dies.
Yeah, instead it's the worst route, because, yeah, everybody dies.
But, hey, you could marry Rhea, and for some people, that's a win. Not for me, though. That's definitely not a win.
We've no time for an interrogation.
Hold on.
Our pursuers are closing in.
If you do that?
Yeah, you could have S-Rank before on that route.
Okay.
Like, if you... see, if you befriended her properly, you can marry her.
Okay.
I don't know who you people are or what you want, but I think introductions can wait. You clearly need every blade you can find, and my pockets have been feeling awfully light lately.
So we're reenacting the beginning mission of Free Houses, except with a purple-haired girl instead of a green-haired.
Okay.
Don't worry about payment. You'll receive plenty of coin. If we survive, that is.
So I imagine we're dealing with that bandit guy in this mission.
Oh, Costas. The fact that I remember his name is weird enough.
Why do you remember Costas of all people?
I played the game 5 times! 6, technically!
So, okay, I have a character ability, and I have class abilities. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
My class is Volugu Boogdel.
Cuter, which translates, I believe, to wing.
Holy hell. I already did 1,000 hits.
Yeah, absolutely, that translates to wing. Your class is a wing.
Oh, it is Costas!
Can't believe I remembered that.
Why did you remember that?
Fighting for them now, are ya? You can die with your new
Game
friend.
fucking lot. I've seen this guy just get absolutely obliterated time and time again.
Fastest affinities. Man, you have a lot of notes for a Warriors game.
I'll deal with things here.
Oh! I'm controlling Aragorn now! Hell yeah.
I can show you a trick for dealing with heavily defended enemies. And that's how it's done.
Woo! That's what I've been waiting
Yeah,
for!
baby! Talking about that's what it's all about, right?
Hey! Hey. I don't normally like reactors, but I do enjoy his stuff.
I don't particularly watch him, but...
Alright, it looks like we're switching to Dimitri.
Take a breather.
I've awaited this moment. I won't allow anyone to stop me.
And the crowd went mild. I can't, Dimitri's awesome. And I actually feel like between him and Aragorn, he did have a better story to follow.
Apologies, but it was you or me.
My personal opinion, I think Dimitri had the best like
All three
character
of them have
story.
crests.
In terms
That's what I
of-
meant to say.
Yeah. Like, sure, I like my Golden Deer voice, but at the same time, Dimitri, like, you could feel his pain.
And I thought it was actually, for the most part, competently told.
You know what? Dimitri is like the fucking, is definitely a,
I think it's Claude time.
is Dimitri's arc, it reminds me of, do you remember there was like,
No problem. I get
Alright, we're playing the option now. We're playing Claude,
alright.
used to being on the
fighting a Raven.
So like, you remember a while ago there was this post on Twitter that some idiot
Hey, got lucky there.
posted that was like,
Well,
name a
An
character.
idiot posted on Twitter?
I know, right? Name a character that went through more. Name a character that went through more pain than her. I'll wait. And it was just like.
Oh, which character did you choose?
It was like the fucking. I don't know. I think it was like a Last of Us character or something. Hold on.
Oh no, that is on purposely tropos because Last of Us 2 is a very divided game, and when you're mentioning that game, you're on purposely causing discord.
Okay. And it's like...
Here's the thing, when people make those posts, and they're using, like, Last of Us as an example, they are actually trying to sort apart.
I see.
Because I haven't played Last of Us 2 yet. I do have it. I just haven't gone to it because I have 500 fucking games. But I feel like it came out at a time that people just wanted to argue with each other. Oh, I can tell people where to go. Okay. Alright, that's a Wyvern Rider, so we'll have Claude go there.
Let's see how this goes.
Alright, that's a sword, so we'll send Edelgard there.
Here I go. No mistakes.
Oh, apparently the account was private that originally posted that. Shortly after
They must
posting that.
learn who they're up against.
That almost makes me think that
we will proceed as planned. We
there's a
must
small
strive
chance
to
that it
perform
was
to the
legit.
My turn.
You figure it's legit?
There's a small chance that it might have been. Apparently, I'm looking up the notes. I'm looking up the...
We changing places. Take it down.
But the thing is, I feel like when you're trying to do things like that, you're baiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but usually you'd want to keep your account around afterwards for the extra lulls, rather than private your account afterwards.
Position secure.
Which is what happened. That's what confuses me.
Because I've seen posters like that before, and I always just thought they were weak bait, mate.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. That's just...
To unravel their defenses.
Baiters gotta continue to bait. Why would
Oh yeah, because...
If you private your account afterwards with that, then you're failing.
Okay, how many thugs does this guy have working for him anyway?
It's a Warriors game, crowd. Don't question it.
Not to worry over you too much, but do make sure to heal if you're hurt.
I do not need to heal, game. Well, wait, Elios? Oh, ally. I was like, why the fuck are you here? I was like, wait. It felt like a boss thing.
I'm glad to see that you though.
There's practically one if the knights have arrived.
Best,
kill at least one of them, Brett.
best surrogate dad.
I'll take over.
I feel like Elios was solid.
Effort to rush our position.
He was good.
Oh, defeat Costas. I think actually our hero would be best for that because we have...
My turn.
Actually, no. Dimitri, because he's a spear user, right? What's good against Axis?
Swords are good against axes, dude.
Oh, then our hero.
Yeah, like, wait a minute, why are you trying to flex by putting a spear user up against it?
I've got this.
Of course! I'll never admit I'm wrong because I am awesome! Oh, speaking of Sid that I saw on Twitter, you know how Xenoblade God is direct, right?
Oh yeah.
the salt from Nintendo fans.
Wait, just because it exists?
Yeah, because this month is June, right? So this is E3 month in their mind, even though E3 is not happening this year. So they was hoping for like a general direct.
Oh, I see. But it was just for that one instance.
Maybe you can
Yeah, it's just for that one game. And people have been... And this has been something been going on for a while in the JRPG side of Nintendo. Both Fire Emblem and Xenoblade seem to just get sit on a lot. But the best example is our good old game journalist at Kotaku.
Oh, the automatic L generator.
If you look at the article on the bloody recap of the direct, they did. It's a very messy presentation that added no value, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, man?
We cannot allow ourselves to perish here. I'm afraid we must spare no
Whatever gets them clicks.
Oh yeah. Well, the writer of that article. This is why I'm going back to Twitter. Who says he likes RPGs because they always feel like they have to say it, but they never prove it.
Nothing but complaints about
Well, he pretty much complained about all the different interfaces for relationships, for skill trees, for classes, which is all cool things in my opinion. And he's like, if I wanted a mobile UI, I would play a mobile game. Try to act all highbrow about it.
Something tells me this person would give a mobile game a fucking 10 out of 10 no matter what it is.
Like, it was awful. And I get it, there was a lot of skill trees that they were showing. There's a lot of things. Oh, I got all S's.
Oh, nice.
That's good in the gacha world, isn't it?
Oh yeah, you got your SSRs.
Here's the simple truth. I know fuck all about gacha, and I don't think I want to know.
Oh yeah, I dipped my toes into that world very briefly, and then I'm like, no, abso-fucking-lutely not.
Well, the only one I kind of played was, funny enough, Fire Emblem Heroes, and I never spent any money on it, but I had a decent time with it.
Yeah,
I had a decent time with it, and knowing what it was, I was like, I had fun, but I know what you are, and you know what I am. We are not going to work together. I'm going to move on. And I moved on.
Gotta keep aiming high.
Exactly. Yeah, I don't spend money on that kind of stuff. I am not a whale.
Well, hey, and it's nowhere near as bad as something like a Diablo Immortal situation.
But Jag, don't you have a phone?
Well, it wasn't only that, don't you have a phone?
I know. It's the $110,000, I understand.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's the amount of money you'd have to freaking spend to be at all able to keep up with it.
Yeah, exactly. Absolutely a,
Alright. Not going to name the guy because that's not my thing, but I'm going to send you the tweet of the guy complaining about Xenoblade's multiple systems that they are working with. The person that's going to be the person that's going to be covering Xenofree.
Hey, your mic sounds strange.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it sounds like you're gargling or something like that.
Just a second. Alright, is that better or no?
Keep talking?
Hello?
Okay. Seems to be fine now, I think.
I think it was a connection issue because I was looking at my OBS mixer and I didn't see any. I know what a goggling effect looks like.
Yeah, I think it's okay. I'll bring it up if it happens again.
But yeah, Xenoblade's presentation went over the multiple systems it has because Xenoblade, all the games are fairly complicated, and it's like, it looks like a mobile game, and I'm like, does it?
Yeah, those are... It looks like a mobile game, and then Source's Genshin Impact is that mobile game. Which has pretty freaking high-class graphics for a mobile game, so much so...
And also, Genshin Impact, I have known people who love the game, haven't paid a single cent to it, and has still enjoyed it.
Okay, the gargling effect is still there.
What the fuck? Oh. Just a second.
Okay. All right. Oh boy. Okay, and now is the time to,
Hello? 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 Okay. 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 Ah. Ah.
Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, but listening to you from the Discord side of it, you sound gargly as fuck.
Crazy. Okay. One. There we go. There we go. One, 5. There we go. Alright, on stream I sound good. There might be just a Discord thing.
Maybe? No, I'll
Am I goggling right now?
No.
But the system he's complaining about, one, the town affinity chart, which existed in Xenoblade 1.
Oh, okay.
The skill tree, which was something that was looks like it's being expanded upon from 2.
the new class system, which is new to 3, and gem crafting, which is 1 again. It's all things that has mostly already exist.
Yeah. Well, that's kinda to be expected at this point.
Well, to be fair, Kotaku hated Xenoblade 2.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of those people are in the same
I
vein
won't let
as
myself stop here.
I don't want to learn the game mechanics. I just want to get paid for this article.
Exactly, and Xenoblade 2, as much as I love Xenoblade 2, is not the right game to just pick up and play.
Mm-hmm. It's probably the same people that would absolutely at any new From Software release.
I don't know, most people... I didn't see anyone of any credibility complain about Elden Ring. Like, I troll about it, but I don't see anybody of any credibility complain about it.
I saw a few. But...
Well, there's always the people who say, me want my easy mode, but that's clearly not the goal of that game.
yeah. But that was essentially it.
Hang on.
But
You're
I
seriously
fucking
the
love the
Imperial
creator's
Princess,
response to
the
that.
Crown Prince, and the heir to the Alliance?
Yes. Like, this is
And
an
as the three of us are now
the creator
in your
just
debt,
came
I
out and
think formal
outright and said,
introductions are
like,
in order.
I made this game to have a very certain experience. I'm not going to compromise that experience to appeal to any one person.
The same thing happened with Nier Automata, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the creator's like, I did this, yep, I did this, and yes, I did on purposely sexize my main character because I like ass. The end, bye.
Fuck! I love when creators do that and they come out and defend their work. Such a
well, I like when they are honest about it, not when they're like, it's actually, when Kojima's like, yeah, the reason Quiet is in a thong and bikini all the time is because he needs sunlight to power her powers. Come on, Kojima. Come on.
Well, who the fuck, for one, who the fuck knows what goes through Kojima's head anymore? That man is a mystery wrapped in an enigma. Wrapped in.
Here's the thing, I don't doubt it, but it still feels like an excuse. Here's the thing, I believe him when he says that. That doesn't stop it from being an excuse.
I don't fucking know. I don't. Kojima is a weird example when you're citing anything.
but I remember him pretty much explaining the reason Quiet wears so little clothing is because sunlight. He's so overpowered.
Oh gosh.
I am Dmitri Alexander.
Like, I'm okay with it. It's just it feels like a weak defense.
And I'm Claude Von Regan, grandson of the leader
Yeah, I
of the
don't
Master
know.
Alliance.
I just think
Things looked grim there for a moment. Thanks to you, we put those bandits to flight.
Bit of a
eh,
miracle
I
we ran into
don't
out
know
there,
how to
but
feel.
hey,
I
I'll
don't
take it.
know how to respond to anything that Kojima says anymore because it's just a meme. He's so memeable at this point.
I've picked tougher bandits than that
Because
out of my
nobody
teeth.
knows what the
Those
fuck
guys were nothing compared to how
he's
strong
saying
I want to end
anymore.
up.
Yeah, I can see the ambition in your eyes.
Well, aren't they an unlikely trio? I wonder why
gosh.
those
By the
guys
way,
were after them.
one thing I just realized: we killed the bandit. He's dead. We destroyed the timeline already.
What do you mean?
You know, Kralos?
What, Costas? I thought he...
Costas is dead. We just killed him.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, that's right, he does come back.
Yeah, he works with the Flame Emperor, remember?
Concern of ours. We
Yeah.
have our plans to attend to.
Costas is now dead. Timeline is fucked.
Was it confirmed that he's dead?
Now,
Yes!
get your pay and be off before
Oh,
they get
shit.
a wild idea.
They showed him dying on the floor.
Oh shit. Yeah. Rip
Say, while
timeline.
I have you here.
That didn't take long for us to fuck with the timeline.
Village, I took a wrong turn somewhere along the way.
Hmm.
I'm
Which
hardened
means there's
mercenaries who
hijinks
follow a
abound.
man named Gerald. I hear rumors that's where they're camped.
Actually, Remire might just be the village we've been looking for too. That ring a bell?
Like, I knew we were probably going to replace Byleth, but fuck. We destroyed Edicord's plan already?
The name sounds correct, at least.
Yeah, so
Gerald's too
that
smart to get
happened.
smoked out by a bunch of rumors.
Oh, spoilers!
Got at the moment.
Edicord was behind this attack. Spoilers from a game that was released, what, 5 years ago?
In any case, we won't find our
Yeah,
own 2 feet in all
well.
this dark. We should return to camp.
I guess pre-spoiler warning, but I don't think this is a spoiler warning. We will talk about Free House spoilers here.
Well, yeah.
Hello there, house leaders. Hello, brave mercenary.
Like how Elios has been the first character to join the main cast in a long time that was actually a married man that doesn't romance anyone.
It's true.
Honestly, I know this may sound like making less anime, but I wish we had more older characters join the party rather than just one weird guy. And characters like Elios, who is just a guy, if you know what I mean. Like, I guess what I'm saying is, characters said I don't need to sip with anyone.
Ah. I see.
Because as fun as it is in Fire Emblem to make your sips all happen, sometimes it's just good to have a person that doesn't need to be sipped. Even though when you ask like Elios, it's awkward. Yeah, we are best friends now.
Personally, I like.
Why does it allow you to ask like both Gilbert and Elios? Why?
That's a very good question.
One, who would have ever chosen Gilbert? So I guess that's a non-factor. And two,
Didn't save to
most
that's what.
most people who support Elios knows he talks about his wife non-stop. Why would he be like, yeah, I want to S like that guy?
What confused me is that it's like you're the only person that can S rank people, and everybody else it's an A rank to get people hitched. And it's like, wait a minute, what? Hang on, I didn't expect that.
You accompany us, good mercenary.
Well, A rank does not mean hits in Free Houses. It's whoever has the most affinity at the end. And fuck, my phone is going off. Just a second, guys.
That was the last we've ever heard of it. Everybody knows that when somebody's phone goes off, it means that they're just outright gone from the world. Phones ringing equals a lot, an absurd amount of horror elements. I don't know. Maybe that's just because I watched a lot of. Maybe that's because I have trauma from watching Hachima's horror series, but it's everywhere. iPhone ringtones in particular, definitely give off the biggest horror vibes. Android ringtones are usually pleasant.
I'm sorry. It's unavailable.
Or just like music. Or something like
Have a good
that.
one.
iPhones are like and it's like, oh gosh, what's happening? Why? That's my experience with it.
Alright, sorry about that. My walk called.
Oh.
They want me to pick up shifts, but I am fairly booked this weekend.
Yeah, fair.
Like, guys, here's what my week
has looked like. Yes, yeah, and this is including the days I have been walking. I've been doing this as I've been walking. Since 2 days ago, I have been doing a lot of activities, including D&D stuff, every single day. This is not D&D, but this was still me socializing with somebody, so that is tiring to a point. So for 5 days straight, because tomorrow I have a session with Son, and then we have Son's other campaign.
Yes, the finale.
And then I have a couple days to myself, and then boom, I'm back to DMing my own campaign. Speaking of, I'll call you out on stream. You still haven't leveled up your character. I'm calling you out to all still people watching.
Oh no, whatever will I do? It's only because I've been...
Who, me?
I got distracted by building my own world.
We'll wait out the night together and make for the village in the morning.
Within my world.
Yes.
So, D&D has probably been the thing that saved my sanity, guys.
It's a great plan, especially if you want
I
paid, as we're a
I do a lot of work on that.
Yes. And those mercenaries you're looking for? Gerald's band, wasn't it? They may be in Ramire Village tonight. There's no telling when they'll move on.
I need to get some food.
Don't worry, right now I'm dealing with story stuff.
Go for it.
If you come back to our camp, we have maps that may help you get one step ahead of them.
This is clearly the wisest course of action. Not to mention that I would enjoy conversing with you further. But
Oh, guys, how quick do you think they're going to make me pick? I don't want to pick yet.
Why can't things ever be simple?
All right, but just for the night.
perfect. Then might I borrow you for a moment after we reach camp? There's a matter we must speak about. Nothing.
Ergo, when you say that, I get sus. I get nothing but sus from you.
Right then. So off we go. But if I may, did I hear you mention a Gerald?
Yes, do you know him? He heads up a pretty elite band of mercenaries, so I imagine his name has spread all over Fodland.
Mercenaries, is it? No. No, it can't be him. Can it? Well, I'll just have to meet this Gerald myself.
Do you know what Elios is, guys? Elios is the dad. He has complete dad energies. And not like Gilbert because he abandoned his family, but he just has real dad energy.
Finish my assigned tasks. I'm mission the point. Get it? Missing? Mission? Come now, this is good stuff.
That's our Aloise. Come on, let's get moving before he really gets going.
Alright, Western Bounds Territory. Oh, I'm seeing some characters. Oh no. Oh no, we're not playing this game anymore.
Hey!
Alright, equipment. Support information, I have no supports. I do not have my enables close by.
Hey!
Hello, Elise.
If I'm honest, that's concerning. What say you? Let's see.
Speak with the Free House's leaders. We will in our own time. I want to talk to whoever is not a leader right now.
Ah, it's you.
Felix! Felix was one of my favorites of Blue Lion. Oh no! Alright, I'm befriending people. I am becoming people's friends. I am terrified of this prospect.
It's you.
Alright, so this game isn't completely voiced like the first game. Ah, Nat and Mercedes.
Heya. Hello there.
Let's see.
The thing is,
Okay. The Do. The Do is one of my favorites. The Do is bro.
My thanks.
Like, he's that loyal god done right.
Right on.
I see.
Alright, Sabine and Ingrid.
Huh?
Sabine is actually a character I really enjoyed because Sabine, he's like the Sanji, right? Like he's the fort, he does all the forty stuff, and then like, I don't know how to exactly describe. Sylvain, this, to me, has that really well good. I guess he's that fort character that is not clearly just flirting with the characters. He's using it as a way to hide from himself, and it's actually much better than you think, is I guess what I'm trying to say.
Don't be ridiculous.
So, you're speaking to his highest benefactor. Please try to pick her up with. Please stop trying to pick her up like a common floozy.
Can we speak a moment?
Not good. Nuh-uh.
Alright. What's this? Oh, there's Ass. There's. Oh man, holy crap, we have a lot of characters here today.
Hey there.
You must be the mercenary. Ass I wasn't really that big on, honestly. Like, of all the Blue Lion characters, Ass was there. Like, he's not bad. He's definitely not a bad character. But he didn't really leave an impact to me.
Right.
A moment of your time. Quiet.
Ah, Holman.
But like this guy, he's a pro. I actually really liked his supports with Buddy Manuela because their differences kind of goes perfect to each other.
All in all.
Manuela? Oh, I healed so many people today. I just never want to look at bandits again.
Got it.
Right on.
Well, hi.
Alright. I guess first person we are talk. Oh, I see a gold. Not the gatekeeper. So this guy's a noob. He's a nobody. He's supposed to have no opponents. Hello. Hey, Sophia. Sophia was decent. Not my favorite in Black Eagles. Hubert! I know a lot of people do not like Hubert and just say, yeah, he's a simp for Ellen God, blah blah. But I actually liked having, I guess, the Tantra, the quote-unquote evil character. But he wasn't evil, he's just loyal.
My thanks.
He's a loyal guy.
Right.
I know some people thought he was annoying, nefarious, or an Elno simp, which I feel like that word is used a little loosely. Like, this character gets along with this character. Simp. I don't know, it feels weak. Ah, Linhart, wake up. Look, I get you tired, but we're leaving at the crack of dawn, remember? The bear attacks stole my chance for sleep, so I must... Who might you be? The name says I'm a monk.
What?
Ah, Photoman. I love Photoland. Photoland is great. Like, I'll be honest, him and Petra were the reasons I chose Black Eagle the first time. Photoland is just a character that he had that noble feel, but I felt like I get him. Know what I mean? I'm Photo better.
What? I am on it.
Oh, there's the Golden Diaz. Raphael is a sweetheart. I love this lump. He is great. Raphael is always somebody to enjoy.
Raph is good.
I also make him my dancer quite regularly because I like to troll. Ignis, I keep forgetting exists though, but I guess not everybody is going to be a hit to everybody.
I love the relationship though.
Oh, I love the relationship. Oh, if you want, I've been going over each character as we meet them.
Okay.
Right on.
No problem.
So, I guess this would be a good time for you to give your opinions, and I guess I'll move back and start with who we started with.
Well, you can keep going for
No. Yeah, because we have quite a ways. I have done almost all of them. We started with Elios, and I pretty much said he's like a dad.
Absolutely.
He has the dad jokes. He's that awkward uncle.
Best guardian.
Alright. What do you think of this guy?
Ah, it's you.
Felix.
Oh.
I do love his relationship with Dimitri because I actually think it's actually a decent one. Plus, almost everybody in everybody else's house is loyal to the leader. Felix has a different relationship there.
Well, honestly, he has a different relationship with just about everybody. He's very much of an asshole.
That doesn't mean he's bad.
I found I took more pleasure in seeing other people get the best of him.
I think I took more pleasure of him. His subtle growths. On the other end, we have Mercedes and Annette.
Ah, yes.
Mercedes is a car.
Yeah, but a floofy car.
Now, I'll always say, Mercedes is a character type that I generally don't enjoy. Like, I'm not all into the pure nice person. As I saw people realizing quite quickly.
I found her sweet.
But I did enjoy Annette, who is that, but not as annoying as Mercedes for me.
I find that opinion very surprising coming from you. I didn't take you to like the klutzy types.
Well, she's a little crutchy, but I just liked how she got on to some of the rougher characters to even out a bit. The dude is a bro, and I love him. Honestly, I like all the sidekicks.
Yeah.
We are not talking to Dimitri yet. Sabine is dishonesty, but he is really well done because his writing is actually fairly complex. There's a lot of hidden depths to Sylvain.
There's groups of characters that I really like together. And this is one of those groups, being Sylvain, Ingrid, and Felix.
Ingrid has a very tragic story because her family are assholes.
Absolutely.
Now, that's going to be a common thing. We haven't even gone to Bonadetta yet.
Yeah, but the thing about these characters together is that Ingrid steps in and definitely gets Sylvain and Felix's feet on the ground when they desperately need it at times.
And to my least favorite person in the Blue Lions, Ass, because he just doesn't do anything for me. Like, he's nice, he's there, he's adopted, that's about it. I just didn't connect with him.
Well, Ash's story was probably one of the first ones to resolve itself, so you felt like you didn't really get a whole lot of time to spend with him otherwise.
Homan, I love his relationship with Malala.
See, this is another one of those group dynamics that I absolutely love. Hanneman and Manuela are my absolute... I love it.
They even themselves out, because by themselves, I can see that they're kind of noxious, but together, they just fit perfectly.
These guys are kind of of like the Usopp and Nami dynamic in One Piece. I absolutely fucking love it. They each have like their kind of high and mighty bullshit that everybody seems to love them for, except for each other. And it's like, okay, you're definitely bullshitting. What the fuck are you doing?
Alright, next is Dorothea. Probably along the same levels of a Felix type. A bit jocus until you really get into the supports.
Actually, yeah, Dorothea is one of the ones that I actually really love.
And another sidekick, but a good one, Hubert. I really like... Because I know a lot of people mean that, oh, he's a simp, blah, blah, blah. If you're going to call him a simp, the dude is probably just as much as a simp, if not probably bigger.
Well, yes. They're both simps. Very much so.
But it's not...
The dude's also from Dusker.
But Hubert is loyal. The dude is much more loyal to almost a ridiculous measure given where he's from. Then we have Linhardt and Casper.
This is another
But
great thing.
fun fact, Linhardt is one of the guys that he can marry as a guy. That was a really random choice.
Caspar is voiced by probably my favorite Nord, Ben Diskin.
Hey, Casper is a bro. I love him. Some people find him annoying. I love him.
Yeah.
He's a goober.
Caspar is
He's a
another one of
goober
my
head.
favorite. Right makes might, right?
Yeah, Linhardt, probably my least favorite of Black Eagles. He's just the sleepy guy.
What's interesting is that Linhardt sleeps a lot, and yet he knows everything anyway. It's like, oh, okay. Well, alright.
Then we have Photoman Baron Isle. I love this guy. He's a noble. He's a noble deuce, and I love it.
Ferdinand is such a Ferdinand is a big meme, and I fucking love it. This man, I don't think this man could be possibly disliked.
And I see another person right here. We see ourselves a Petra. I haven't talked to you yet.
Oh.
Petra is my favorite, by the way, of Black Eagle.
Petra's pretty cool. Well,
Right on.
you know how
That has much difficulty.
I do not have understanding. Where are you drifting to?
Yeah, I don't know.
poor English is I always just find incredibly funny.
If it wasn't so tragic. And then I got to Raphael and Ingrid. But not Ingrid. Ingrid. The other guy. Alright. Here's Hilda. Probably the weakest of the sidekicks, but still pretty good.
I actually love Hilda.
Well, the one thing I grumble about Hilda is Hilda can join other routes while the other sidekicks are stick to their leaders.
I find that's why. Well, I find myself picking her up always because of that.
Except here, Black Eagle, because that's too far for her, which is fair.
Yeah, definitely. I actually really like Hilda. This right here.
Oh, Hilda, I know you don't like her, but she reminds me of the Sindeli of Awakening of Fates.
Oh.
You know who I'm talking about.
Really?
Yeah. I always feel parallels between them. Not as Sindeli, but I feel they have similar characteristics.
I don't quite follow, but I don't know. I really like her either way. She's probably my favorite of the sidekicks. And plus, it also helps that she's hella fucking strong.
Greetings.
She's the fucking...
By the way...
Hey.
She's the fucking ditzy girl that also wields a big axe.
And time to go to a character that hopefully done better in this game, but I was not a big fan of Leone.
Aww.
Dude, have a conversation. It's like, well, your father should have liked me more. Come on, you're just a fangirl. Relax.
I mean, I really, well, this is another one that I liked her in a group with Eloise. Those two were gold together. Especially her epilogue with Eloise. Oh my gosh, that was great.
I'll do it.
Oh yeah, but I guess Leone just kind of grind my gears a little bit because I'm like, I get it. My dad's dead, but don't you think I should be sad that my dad's dead, not you?
The thing I liked is, the thing I liked about Leone as well was that her side story was really unique in that all these other people got their fucking super weapons and whatever.
What do you think about Roland? Because I'm always on the middle of him.
I think of him as a less likable stand, honestly.
Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. I'm like, we have this character, but we have him better.
Yeah, that's where I stand with that.
As a noble! As a noble! Blah 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 blah, I have a family. And we have our last little duo over here with Marianne.
Oh, the problem.
Marianne!
The cursed children.
Oh
Marianne
god.
and Cynthia. Oh gosh.
These two I always recruit on every other playthrough because I just feel bad for them for existing.
Honestly, these guys are really fucking shafted.
Hello.
Their heritage really fucked them over.
Well, I think like Latveria has the worst one, given what happens.
Yes. Cynthia, absolutely. But the fact that Marianne also, I just feel bad because she just...
I'm busy.
Sad.
Yeah, she's... Nobody gives her a chance. It's like, oh...
And the one character who seems to not be here, Brodetta also exists in this game, but he doesn't seem to be here.
I would check all of the tents.
We are not allowed to go into the tents.
Well, yeah, is there any, like, tent that you can, like...
Nope.
You have my thanks.
Or if it's...
she
was always in her room before... Chances are she's probably just locked away.
You're kidding.
No.
I think Bodetta's just hiding because that's in her character.
By the way,
Bodetta's bestest.
I love Bernadetta.
But probably one of the worst parents.
Oh yeah.
Like, a lot of these characters have terrible parents, but here's the question: who has the worst parents?
Well,
your interest flatters me, but I'm afraid I find myself unsure. Perhaps I'll have thought of a topic when next we speak. But you're leaving for that village soon, aren't you? Your interest flatters me, but I'm afraid I find myself unsure of. Perhaps I'll. Dedu hails from the land of Dusker. Perhaps you've heard.
Dedu's a fighter. Okay.
He has to keep to himself, but he possesses one of the kind.
I'm thinking about.
Felix is the son of Duke Fraldarius.
Well,
he has a sharp wit.
Well, there's Lysicia's upbringing, but that's not particularly parents.
Yeah, I'd hesitate
always
to
admired strength above all else in a fight.
Bernadetta clearly has bad ones.
I only first met her here at the academy. She seems a gentle soul with great inner strength.
Yeah, I think Bernadetta wins with Worst Dad Award.
She has traveled far and wide throughout both the Empire and the
Kingdom.
And her supports just hammer it in.
By the name of Castle Gaspar. Ash is the
Like, wasn't there a support Bessie conforms her dad, like, locked her in a room for, like, 5 hours or something?
He's an honest boy. Well
Well,
deserving
something
of
of
our
a
trust.
sort, and
I'd like
tried to marry her off just completely.
Annette is the hardest worker in the
for a
entirety of the
political
Blue
gain,
Lion
whatever.
House. She is truly brilliant.
And I know they try to almost justify him with Yuri's support to Bernadetta, but that still doesn't help.
I could stand to
Yeah,
learn from her
well, if
single-minded
anything, it made
devotion.
Yuri more.
If only
Hey, Yuri more what?
the son of Margrave Gautier.
I said more likable.
You may have already.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Something of a
I think we can agree the wolves are all great.
putting it lightly.
Absolutely.
But despite his apparent
Because
he possesses great cunning.
I guess it's because they're a group of 4, but there's not a single bad person in the wolves.
I've known him.
Absolutely.
I love all 4 of them. The wolves are probably my favorite group.
Yeah, and they're very well rounded.
And Yuri is the other guy you could choose S-rank with.
I mean, how could you not?
Giselle also could get S-ranked with tracks, honestly.
She has
I mean,
ever
that
been
dude
straight-laced and
has a
diligent,
fucking.
even when we were but children.
Yeah, that dude's
It is
bizarre.
not an find her scolding Sylvain.
And I'm pretty sure Gilbert could also get S-ranked by guys. Not Gilbert. Yeah, I think it was Gilbert. Is either Gilbert or Eloise?
It was Alois then.
Oh yeah. But it's not a real S-rank, you're just becoming really good friends and that's it.
He protect. That's all there is to it.
I know that would be a downs. Like, yes, one of your guy options is legitimately a friend zone for your S ranks. And I'll be honest, I feel like they could have given us a few more options. Just saying.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know.
Just when we have Klaus and Dimitri, damn it.
Oh yeah, well.
I feel like the world should always be an option, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
what do you
those
think?
guys are locked for different reasons. Sad face.
Well, Aragorn is a choice for female pirate.
On another matter.
So, you have to go on a very specific route to get that.
I know.
Well, you're certainly not timid. You do.
You had to do a lot of work to get Aragorn to like you.
Yes?
Yeah, exactly.
Still, I suppose I admire that sort of freedom. It
But
must
at that point, you just question all your life choices.
Yeah, the game does not make you feel good about choosing Aragorn.
No,
The game essentially saves you.
His family is unusual
100%.
in that they're noble, but
The game's like, oh, you chose Aragorn.
deeply loyal to me.
Did we not tell you that he was the Flame Emperor? You dumb fuck.
You've already done.
Yeah, and
That's
they
Dorothy
hammer
Allen.
that in at every
She's an
opportunity.
up-and-coming songstress.
Hey, you chose the person that tried to kill everybody. How does that make you feel siding with a Mordor?
For some reason, she abandoned her
It's
musical
like-
career and enrolled in the Officers Academy.
They did a better
She
job
has
of
a
that
very
in
magnetic
fucking...
personality, which I'm
They
sure
did
you'll
a
see.
better job of making you feel less like a bastard in Fates.
Hey, the Fate's Golden Route, where you have to let Scarlet die. Fuck.
The only time that you do as well, and it's like, what?
And Scarlet I like a lot.
Scarlet was great.
Have you spoken with
That felt like a dick move game. Know what I mean?
He's the heir to an influential house.
Like-
Which drives him to excel. But he can be
Like, Scarlet was a character I enjoyed, and I'm like, yeah, Scarlet's likable. It's just like, if you want everybody to live, you have to kill Scarlet for some reason.
If you
really,
bump into
that's
her, don't be surprised
one
if she
thing.
screams and runs away.
The one character, why not some of those middle characters that nobody cares about? There's a lot of those in Fate.
But nah.
Caspar is the second-born son of a great and noble
let's not
house.
be
Just a sec. Just a second. I'll choose a random person off the Fate list and tell me if you would even care if that person had to be sacrificed. Let's go into the Fate character list because there's so fucking many of them.
Let's see.
Does Fate have like one of the bigger rosters?
Fate has like one of the biggest.
Why not Fuga the monk?
Oh yeah. There's like a very. That's one that you. That's one that doesn't really fucking. Well, then again, he's the only wind user.
What about Forward, the other maid sister?
I felt bad for her.
But Totrasy could work just as effective as Scarlet's.
Yeah.
Like, if you want somebody that's tragic, Forward would be kind of like that right feeling of sacrifice. How any of them Buttress or Mage would be a good place for that.
True.
You know, I'd probably be as mad if it was Jacob.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that. I like.
That isn't from
I
the
like
Empire.
Nathan Butler.
She's the granddaughter of the King of Jed. You'll find her a quick study, a gifted
And
fighter.
Felicia was my favorite.
Surely you know someone like Linhardt. He's as bright as they come. Yet
Felisa was your favorite in
That's
Fates?
actually how he is, though.
My
I
favorite.
can't force him to apply himself, but he'll.
Boy. And then there's me, the one person who likes Pila. The one person who does. So many people hate Pila. Cotton candy lady.
Oh! I found she was fun.
People think she's just a joke with no redeeming qualities, which is kind of true. She doesn't develop or anything. But sometimes it's just nice to have a Melina or a Julie Hun or just have a crazy character on your side. Is there something wrong with just wanting the crazy psychopath on your army?
Well, our support conversations do humanize her quite a bit. Particularly, one that stands out to me would be her.
Speaking of,
her support with Odin, where Odin like absolutely goes nuts with like the rumors that's been told about her. And she's like, "What the fuck? I'm not an actual
If you don't have anything better to do, I'd be glad to have you join us in Garrett Mock."
But she is a bit of a monster.
Have you met him yet? At first, I thought he was real serious and persnickety.
Then you go to her support with Viola, where she is literally trying to kill her every support.
But that image shattered pretty quick once I noticed him shutting up every girl in the monastery.
But I feel like Fate has the most messiest roster though, because it has almost too many characters.
Hilda's the only daughter of Duke Goneril. Seems like she had a pretty cushy life growing up, which means she's gotten into the habit of slacking off and making other people do things for her. Hilda's the only daughter, which means she's got. He's a pretty friendly guy. Though it'd be nice if he talked about something.
And then he had to go through all the children.
He comes from a merchant family, but his parents died in an accident.
I am so glad Three Houses did not have children. I think I speak for everybody when I'm like, what?
I made that mistake earlier, and she nearly took my head off.
My God. Children was fine for Awakening, but Fates really overdid it.
Just another pampered nope.
And it didn't feel like there was a point to them.
Ignatz likes the great outdoors. Definitely more than the
Like,
rest.
Awakening had the time travel storyline. Fates is just like, yeah, children exist too. By the way, we brought back three people from Awakening with these children. Forger's back. The thief is back. And Cadelia's back.
But it's not actually these characters.
He's the second son of a merchant family, but says he wants to be a knight. He doesn't really seem
the
suited
other
for it,
Fates
though.
characters who were
Maybe his parents are
the other Awakening characters. Actually Awakening,
Oh,
just heart attack
Marianne?
seeing them.
She's Margrave Edmund's daughter.
Well,
That's all I know about her.
to be fair, that is fair to have a daughter that looks exactly like your mom.
She doesn't interact with the other students.
That's a little fucky.
Leonie wants to be.
And I know, if we're talking about Awakening, do you know why those characters were chosen?
Because they were the most popular, yeah?
Yep. How is Cadelia popular?
You're both
See,
pretty
here's
frank,
the thing
too.
that
I
you
just
gotta
hope you're not as
realize.
obsessed with saving
Neither
money as
of us
she
are
is.
Japanese. And all of these opinion polls probably done for a Japanese audience. I can almost guarantee that. I don't think a whole lot of people in the Western world saw these popularity.
If I'm honest.
Or at least when they did, it was either...
But still, Cadelia had little personality, and her main character trait is, I love Crom, but I apparently don't love him enough to marry him. Like, most of her romance supports go like this, and this is really awkward. I guess I can marry you, but you're no Crom, QQ.
And I'm like, real cats, guys. You married a lady who clearly doesn't care that you're getting married.
No wonder her daughter has issues.
Yeah, even in the support, she essentially says, you care more about Calm than you do about your family. You suck. So I'm actually on her side now. I can almost see Cordelia being kind of aggressive, like, hey, just Calm. You keep going, kids, but I'm just going to stare at Calm with envy every day.
But the thing that I really want...
Well, perhaps you might consider changing your mind and accompanying us to Garrett Monastery instead.
A
And
Japanese
why would I do
version
that
of
exactly?
characters, because their opinions would probably be a hell of a lot different than our own.
Oh yeah, because they have different cultural views and stuff. Like, there's some things we align on because Japan likes Forza, which kind of surprises me because Forza... Because it's... In a lot of character polls, I noticed Japan tends to go for the heroes. They usually never get the ambiguous characters. Like, if you look at the popularity polls, right? The more ambiguous characters tend to be back of the pack, where the heroes will always be in the front. Like, Luffy will always be number one, Ichigo will always be number one, Naruto will always be number one.
Because you've done us a great service, and we don't have the means in camp to properly reward you.
Even though, in all those animes, it's the other characters I care about, not really the main characters.
At the monastery, however, we can repay your kindness in full.
Or My Hero Academia, I don't know its popularity post, but I could probably tell you it's probably Deku.
Probably. I'm not really sure.
Also, between...
But if you look at any Shonen popularity poll, it's the main character always on top. And I guess that's a good thing if you are making a series. You want them to care about your main character.
Well, yeah.
And then they cross swords with bandits. If word got out.
So,
Well, let's just say it would.
so I imagine that's kind of where it goes. Which kind of makes me surprised that Lucina wasn't the most popular character of Awakening then.
Well, I think Lucina was. I think Lucina was just so popular they put her at Smash.
So you see why we must ensure your...
Oh yeah, because if they're choosing the most popular characters from Awakening,
Perhaps in law.
I'm surprised Chrome wasn't chosen, but I guess they weren't choosing Lords.
Yeah.
That must have been it. They were probably refusing to choose Lords.
Probably. That was probably it.
Yes, that's exactly what I told the fool knight who suggested.
So,
Me, I just as
well,
soon said
I guess that also makes Garrus feel like a real choice because I didn't really think he was that good.
I actually liked him.
Anyway, the whole
Like, obviously, the one I agree with is Forza, but I think that's obvious.
Yes.
Anyone who knows me knows.
I think that was a threat. And here I thought he was a big softie.
Well,
Well, what
that's
do you
just
think?
it. It's
Garrett Mock is in the opposite direction of where we
No
need
two
to be.
popularity polls
But
are
this
gonna be the
man
same.
seems rad.
and yeah, it's.
I
very
guess I'm not
much
opposed to helping out a little more.
It's very much a cultural thing.
I'll come with you to the monastery,
I think
but I'm not
the
staying a full
Japanese
minute
folk
longer
like
than I have to.
A lot different. Well, of course, they're concerned about a lot more different archetypes than we are.
Oh yeah, like, I feel like Japan's preference tends to be more, I guess, less grey. They kind of prefer more black and white. Well, Western appeal likes its greys a lot more. Like, let's look at the pop RPG in the West, The Witcher. There's a lot of grey areas in that game, right? Where we look at a proper JRPG, let's use... What would be a good one to use as an example? It's hard because a lot of big JRPG names have been westernized to a point, like Final Fantasy. We can use Tales of as a simple example. It's usually you against some type of god to save the world. Where Western RPGs, it's not really to save the world, it's to stop bad things happening in this area, and you are more likely to do more moral, dubious things, depending on... And I guess Western also has more of a thing for more choice.
I'd say you saved my bacon, but that would be utterly hammy.
Fucking hell, Lee, stop with the puns! Stop! Stop! Stop!
No, keep going.
Did you see what he just said?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Says is in the same wavelength as me.
Alois, has anyone ever told you that you're...
Don't. Some truth.
Oh god! This is great. This is great. It's nice having a main character with a personality.
I'm no expert. I fear the poor man's heart couldn't handle the shock.
Told me what?
Told you how dashing you are in that armor. Not just any man can...
I am really liking this game's dialogue so far.
Ah, you like it? Wonderful.
Like, it has that Three Houses charm, and it's continuing.
There's a grand story behind every last ding and dent. Enough to keep me talking for a week. Why, take this one here.
Really fucking weird.
We heard you'll be joining us at...
But I feel like we're going to make our choice soon.
No, this wasn't in your plans.
Because royal games are faster than Three Houses, I imagine.
We've got a long road ahead, so
I hesitate to ask this considering you're only here because of us. But, well, are you sure about this decision? The last thing we want is to lay you
Well,
business.
I imagine it would be probably like 10 to 15 maps per route.
The knights may
Know what I mean?
seem unwilling to bend, but it's
Well, not maps, but I guess chapters, but you know what I mean.
I guess it depends.
Like, royal games are not very long games.
They can.
Actually, I see this as just another chance to better
story modes.
myself.
I guess there's some exceptions, like the Persona Warriors game is really a Persona game.
leave the matter be.
Yes, that's
With Warriors paint on it.
Let's save our energy for the road. To the
I wonder if that'll
monastery.
manifest itself in this game too.
listen, I know this one's on me. I'm the one who roped you into coming back to camp after all. But I'll find a way to make it up to you, I promise.
It seems like it so far.
Thanks, Claude.
Hey, hurry up back.
You know you've had a busy day when you rub shoulders with the heirs to the Empire, the Kingdom, and the Alliance. I think they're a fascinating group of people myself.
Alright, I guess we're making our demi choice right now. So, let's talk, Gil. I'm thinking I'm going to go Black Eagles once again. But do you have anything you want to see?
I mean, this is your playthrough, mate. You go.
I can do anything, man.
I went into this fully expecting you to go black because you were excited about it.
You know what? I had to stick with them.
Edelgard thinks high enough of me. She's got this elegant air about her that somehow doesn't hold any disdain for mercenaries.
Oh, I'm just reflecting on them. Damn it! I thought I was making a choice!
In on me every chance he gets. He'll definitely make a good king. The kind who looks after his people.
The original game.
Claude's a laid-back kind of guy who doesn't really strike me as noble. And I mean that...
I kind of want to see, because they always hint at this, but we never really see it. I want to see the Rufus Kraus. Know what I mean? We never really see that in Three Houses, but we get hints that he's there.
Have I told you that lately?
You know, the Kraus that they say could outsmart a whole kingdom and
and have everybody play his puppet dance.
Well, I mean...
Prologue. 3 houses.
It's kind of there. To a degree.
Deep in the forest,
but then again, it's
the
hard to
mercenary
tell
meets a
because
trio of youths, each a student at Garreg Mach's Officers Academy, and a leader of one of the school's 3 houses. Striking down the bandit
in
chief
every
who attacked the
route,
students
it's always the
brings
exact
undue
same
attention
sequence,
to the
pretty much,
mercenary,
with only, like,
who soon
1 or 2
arrives at the hallowed
deviations
gates of
towards the
Garreg
end,
Mach.
which makes his master puppeteering plan, it makes it a lot less apparent because he's just doing the same things that everybody else is doing, only to a lesser degree. Well, not to a lesser degree. But you get what I'm saying.
And with that, may I present the mercenary I spoke of?
Rhea's hair seems really green in this game. Is that just me?
What?
We are meeting Rhea right now. Her hair seems a lot lighter green.
No, seems about right to me.
Alright, maybe I'm seeing it different.
Greetings. My name is Rhea, and I am the Archbishop of the Church of Seros. Thank you from the
Rhea, you really didn't do much in any of the games. Like, you had an impact, but other than the route that kind of sucks, you really didn't matter much.
I mean, for every route she was...
It was nothing. You take a job, you make sure it gets done. That's what a mercenary is.
And trapped for
I see you
until
do
the
not
very,
lack for
very
confidence.
end of every route. It's just like, oh, okay, so...
However, the reason we summoned you here was not simply to express our gratitude.
And then when we do in the church
have a
route, it's
proposal for
horrible. It breaks
One made
down
on
and
behalf
fucking
of the church itself.
dies depending on what you do.
Fuck. I swear, guys, we actually like free houses. But speaking of free houses, I guess right now, want to do our little fun game that we have done for many years and look at Metacritic reviews of free houses?
Oh gosh.
I did have a Cineplay the other day, and it was a lot of fun. But also, it's interesting to see other opinions that you disagree with, because I always think it's good to try to at least understand the people you disagree with. Or laugh at the trolls.
Well, exactly.
Someone told you of the Officers Academy here at the monastery, yes? We would have you join this academy as a student.
My favorite, honestly, for the Cineblade reviews are the people who are like, yeah, the music is good, the gameplay's alright, the characters I didn't care for, 0 out of 10. He described a mid-game and he gave it a 0.
Yeah, a lot. There's definitely people that base their reviews around one thing, and it's like, okay, to lie.
Like, so many of the reviews for Cineblade is like, yeah, the music is great, and I like where the story was going, but I give it 0 out of 10 because I don't like this one character. Or I feel like the gameplay was too confusing to me.
You what? That's just exposing a journalist right there.
Here's the thing, you can tell who did really experiment with Xenoblade when they say, yeah, you can only play as Sulk. Yeah, Sulk is easy to play as, but once you try experimenting with the other characters, you can find a lot of different fun playstyles.
Though you are a mercenary, I understand you are not currently beholden to any one particular employer. Also, the students you rescued are close to your own age. Your life could be greatly enriched here.
Or she's heard about our power and wants to keep us on a short leash. And yet she's taking it almost as a given that we'll accept. It's infuriating.
Critic reviews are garbage.
Yes, indeed.
And they're so empty half of the time.
Well, yeah, because
Sorry, but the world's got other plans for me. I can't afford to stay here.
Oh, this would not be forever.
That's not what they're paid
You would
for.
only be enrolled for
They're
one
paid
year.
Oh, holy fuck! Different story! Different story! Instead of becoming a teacher, I'm becoming a student.
Whoa. Well, now wait a minute.
Bear in mind that the Knights of Seros and many other powerful
Yes.
warriors pass through these gates.
So, really, that's...
To be fair, Beowulf was the same age as this character, probably. Because Beowulf was the same age as all the other students and was randomly a teacher.
Whether you seek to someday become an officer or simply increase your own strength, this environment will undoubtedly aid in your pursuits.
They've really talked us into a corner here.
But then
I
again,
think I see where this is going.
that was because that I chalked that up to.
All right, I'm in.
I chalked that up to Gerald.
A wise decision.
Yeah, but still. You're like an 18-year-old teacher. It's weird.
We will do all
Like, could you imagine going to high school and the teacher being somebody the same age as you?
I believe you will go far.
Huh?
If I may, permit me
That's
to
an
tell you a
internship
bit
right
more
there.
about the school itself.
That's exactly what that is.
The academy is divided into 3 houses. and
So you think it makes sense to have like a 16-year-old teacher teach high school?
some are noble, while others spring from more humble roots.
What's weird is that
But within these walls, all
there's
are
like
treated
interns
as
that do
equals.
that. But like when it comes to a full-on teacher and whatnot, that's a little bit bizarre.
Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just saying it's a thing that I think is weird.
Work hard and grow together.
But
each of our houses corresponds to one of Fodlan's 3 regions. Edelgard leads the Black Eagle House, which is for students from the Adrestian Empire. Dimitri leads the Blue Lion House, home to students from the and Claude leads the Golden Deer House, for students from the Leicester Alliance.
We could select a house for you ourselves, but
Oh, I am choosing my house now.
you are something of a special case, after all.
oh, there you go. It's
So I
time.
can join any house I want?
But as a fellow student,
To name it.
Which I'm curious. Is Byleth just gonna be in our house then, or is there gonna be?
I think Byleth is not joining the church. We fucked up history by killing the bandit that Byleth helped defeat. History's fucked, man.
So you wish to join Edelgard's Black Eagles. Are you certain?
No longer.
Yep,
No
that's the
longer just
one.
about the
I'm
houses.
sure of it.
May you build wonderful and lasting friendships in your new
Maybe
house.
that's just it. Maybe you're.
Well then,
maybe you.
with that taken care of, it's time to decide which of us will supervise
just
which
hope-
house.
Yes, it turns out we just underwent a last-minute...
I believe Kingdom Hearts is light. Have you found some good reviews yet?
I guess you two haven't met. This is Professor Yuritsa, our weapons instructor.
Hey, Giselle, will you not disappear every 5 seconds and be more relevant this time, please? How many people forgot he was actually the Death Knight?
I didn't after the whole flame thing.
I can already tell I'm gonna.
Well, you also played the game where he was able to join the party, right?
Well, yeah, that was but still.
Because when I first played, he was not available yet, because they did that later.
Will you now?
Okay.
Man, his voice is... I remember this the first time I played. His voice is so deep, it just feels weird.
Well,
Do my ears deceive me?
Right
or is
there.
that curiosity I hear in your
Oh,
voice for
Patrick
some
Seitz?
reason?
Yes, indeed. Which means he's also the voice of Frankie.
Seitz is such a good voice actor.
He really is.
I thought all the houses were the same to
Like, now that you say it, I can instantly hear it.
Yep.
Because I did watch JoJo in English. Yeah, sue me, deal with it. But the memes! The English! I don't care. I really don't care about the memes in the English, guys.
Perhaps you should be in charge of our new student's house.
Because that's a response you get when you tell some anime fans, hey, I enjoy JoJo. Oh, I did watch the dub. How could you? The English! Yes, I'm sure Jonathan's oh my gods were hilarious.
It's first of all, it's Joseph, you uncultured swine.
What's the difference? They're part of the same season.
Oof. Right. And yet Joseph made it. The difference? The difference? Joseph's still alive by the calamity of part 6.
How is Joseph the really the only Song just Crusader that really didn't have the worst ending?
Honestly, if you think about it, Joseph kind of got out of that scot-free.
Like, he's an old man with old man issues.
Yes. It'll happen to everybody, but at the same time, he's still, I mean, thing is...
Homolaf! City Saw, City Saw. JoJo I actually won't get too into because I'm sure people are just watching anime and do not want to know how that ends.
Oof.
Speaking of animes, for the first time, because it was on Netflix and I have all the time in the world, I finally watched Sword Art Online and I really don't get the hate for it.
How much of Sword Art Online is...
I am now on the 3rd season.
Okay.
Well, 4th season, yeah, the second half had some very weird moments. But they kind of left that alone after, which I'm thankful for.
Well, you'll certainly hear no objections from me.
And then the 2nd season I actually enjoyed a lot. That one was the one with all the gun stuff and the...
yes. Where it looked like Kirito was NTRing his wife for half of it.
Not really.
I swear, a lot of his scenes with Xenon, it's like, you're... What are you doing?
It felt very platonic on my end, but I don't know.
You also see things differently than most.
Well, here's the thing. I feel like every arc you could easily sip Kirito with anyone. That's just kind of how it is. But it's quite obvious who he is with, and he's not going to change that. So I guess that's the approach I take it as.
I see.
And I actually quite enjoy Sion's character progression. It did not seem like a romantic progression with Kirito. It seems like kind of a rivalry friendship that this grew into buds, really.
And as for you,
Maybe it was a different experience for me, because that was one that I watched the dubs of.
Much better throughout the year.
And of course I watched the dubs.
Yeah, I don't know. It felt a little,
Like, to me, it was two people who both were suffering from PTSD, and they were kind of comforting each other. That doesn't have to be romantic.
yeah, I don't know. There was a lot of,
It's enough to make one.
I don't know. I got a lot of feeling. Like, oh gosh, this is a lot of like
In any
sexual
case, I'm looking
tension and
forward to
whatnot.
learning from
It's
you,
like,
Professor Maritza.
It's weird.
I guess I just don't pick up those cues.
Yeah, fair.
Like yes, I saw all the fan service, but meh.
Yeah,
and also Asuna in season 2 had a very good story with that Yuki character. I actually teared up on that.
Oh my gosh, that was.
So what I'm saying is, I have finally started watching Sword Art Online. I don't get how it's the worst anime ever.
People exaggerate that. It's certainly not the worst.
Like, I heard about the incest thing, and when I finally got to it, I'm like, yeah, it's there, but it's mercifully short, and they quickly stomp that out.
I don't know.
It is Japan being Japan, but it wasn't as bad as I thought, because I thought it was like hardcore misunderstanding, but no, it was not as bad as I thought it was. Know what I mean?
Now there's one I'm curious to look at the reviews for. Speaking of, let's see here.
Oh, did we fail to mention that?
Oh no!
Each month, every house
you poor
in the
unfortunate
academy
soul.
is given a mission
Oh no!
There's a 10 out of 10 one here. This is the best Fire Emblem ever. It's the Breath of the Wild Fire Emblem.
No!
Did you play the same game then?
What? Now here's the thing, when we do these Metacritic things, we like looking at the bad positive ones as well, because there are delusional positive reviews out there.
Yeah.
Breath of the Wild of Fire Emblem? Nobody asked for that!
What way?
I've managed to walk the knife's edge so far.
It's just nonsensical.
What you are suggesting is open hostility.
This is it's like Skyrim with guns review.
Very quickly.
By the way, they already announced that Aragorn has plans. They're not even being subtle here, but I guess the game assumes I played the other one.
Regardless,
I don't
this
think
is
they
our
waited
last opportunity
terribly
to
long.
save her. Frankly, it's a miracle we even have the chance.
Unless, well, they used the Flame Emperor.
I thought you once
Was
proclaimed
it just like
not to
Edelgard?
believe in miracles, Lady Edelgard.
Oh! They're talking about saving Monica.
And I don't. At least not.
Time devoted! Original timeline, Aragorn didn't give a shit about Monica.
Yeah. Right now, everyone is exactly where we need them. Her, the bandits, the string pullers, and the perfect instructor with the perfect mission. I'm going to make this miracle happen, and I will do so for our future.
Still selfish, but hey, you're saving somebody, Aragorn. That's a step up.
Then we'd best have a plan in place to finish the job, in case they catch on.
But yeah, that feels like the Skyrim with guns review. Like, this person is comparing everything to their favorite game. And if they like the game, it's this game like this. And that's supposed to be a compliment, but the problem with that type of quote-unquote compliment is you're downplaying the game's own individual success. Like, if you say, let's use example of a game I've been playing, Xenoblade is like Breath of the Wild, but on a giant person. You're kind of taking the win out of Xenoblade's own sources by saying, hey, it's actually this game.
Which is exactly
But
why
I mean,
I'm counting on you,
don't you know,
Hubert,
right now
and why
Nintendo
I'm
only
grateful
has
to have
two
you by
kinds
my
of
side.
games. Super Mario Odyssey and Breath of the...
As much as I meme about that, that's not really true.
I'm pleased you selected us.
It's just very easy to do so.
What? You're a student now?
When their latest Kirby
And not
game
only
was
that, you're
very
one of us?
Super Mario
That's
Odyssey.
great.
And their latest...
I haven't played yet, have you?
Oh, I haven't either!
Stop! I don't know this person.
I love
Remy has. Remy told me it's great.
Oh, it looks amazing.
But then it's like, what the fuck? I wasn't there to talk to you. Who is this person?
That's what you get for skipping this year's first field excursion, Vern.
She skipped.
She was a shut-in.
A lot happened. There was even a bandit attack.
I feel like Bonadetta, along with Marianne and the Scythia, you just can't help but feel bad for.
Oh yeah, definitely.
No, I'm extra glad I skipped out.
Like, I feel like those three are the must-protect trio. Unless you can think of anyone else that must protect.
I must say, the church took a bold step in enrolling you. A decision which I, of course, fully support.
That'll about do it.
You helped Edelgard.
Well, some would probably argue... Valana, you know.
Oh yes, she is very much...
But I keep forgetting the protect vibe because her fist deception is hilarious.
If anyone needs me, I'll be asleep.
I love that.
Wait,
yeah.
Do you have a crest?
Hey, I'm not saying it's bad. I just think it's funny.
Oh, he checked all right.
Yeah, it is
Sorry
funny.
to say I'm certifiably crestless.
Strange. You definitely seem the type. But I suppose
And then you
I'm
find
just
out there
imagining
was
it.
a reason
And
for
now you know
like,
the rest of our
oh,
house.
man.
As you already met some of us in camp.
It just felt like a funny side of it, though. Like, Three Houses, probably the thing I like about it is it's the Fire Emblem that just felt like you were just living life. Like a story was going on, but when you're in Garrick Mark, you felt like you're just living life. Am I wrong?
But we support each other as best we can. Please try your utmost.
Then the time skip happens.
And everything is awful.
Oh god. Professor Leach is our head teacher.
Oh. Oh no. That's actually
Remember
horrifying.
your mission?
We are to eliminate.
But that makes sense, actually.
Oh no, emergency.
The chief, Costas, has already been struck down, and now only a scattering of brigands remain.
Costas has been struck down. Holy hell, I can't believe that's a huge flock trains.
Good. Prepare yourself.
Holy hell. I just see just saw coming, it's like, wait, he's our teacher?
He's gone.
So it would seem.
But that almost makes sense given what Edelgard does.
Wait, but I need to tell the professor I can't participate.
No, Benedetta, you're part of my party now. Deal with it.
Oh, good work, Bernie. Why didn't you stop sooner?
I know what you mean. I never even got the chance to break out my best. Leave it to me, Professor. He's a real tough, that's for sure. Says just as much as he has to, then makes tracks.
Strength and silence don't always go hand in hand, though.
Indeed. Just look at Kaspar's father, Count Burgles. When that man shouts an order, it is so loud that the seas themselves part and the clouds retreat.
Whatever the case, I expect all Black Eagles to participate in this mission, including you, Bernadetta. You can do this. And I look forward to seeing.
I think we're going to see a little more leadership from the house leaders because we're not the teacher anymore. We're kind of subordinate.
Interesting.
I'll fire off a quip.
Careful, Edelgard.
Wait, he would like that?
Loose out there won't be any bandits left for you.
Fire quip. He would agreed with you. What? Healbot of all people?
I'm glad I'm making Hubert happy. 2 weeks later.
Oh gosh. Here's one.
Oh?
I only played for a few hours and have said that it has been a disappointing experience. I was expecting a better graphic performance.
There you are, Yuritsa.
Game.
I have word from the Knights.
A what game?
A better graphic performance for a Switch game.
Oh no! One thing I have seen common on any Switch game review, they complain about the graphics and stuff, but don't you know what you're getting to when you're choosing a Switch game? Like, one of the funnier reviews I saw for Xenoblade, and this is a hilarious review, but it essentially said, do not play this game, get the Wii version, emulate on your PC, and download an HD pack, and it'll look amazing on PC. You know most casuals won't put in the effort for that, right, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Because he was making the review, and he's like, if you had a PC and in the original version, you can make the game look amazing. Because people made some type of HD pack. Cool, but most casual players ain't going to put in that much effort.
Well,
we'll leave at once.
And it was blatantly
I
stated
need to
that
remind
the
you,
Switch
this is the first real battle for some of our charges.
It was blatantly stated that the Switch's capabilities weren't going to focus on how many arm hairs you can cram onto a person.
I likely do not need to worry with an.
I remember when I used to watch E3s, and I don't know which Call of Duty because all of them are the same. But one of the appeals is like the graphics are so good you can see the dirt under their fingernails.
Yeah, it's like, do you really want to see that?
No.
And I'm at what point does hyper-realistic graphics is enough? Know what I mean?
Well, when it starts to become Uncanny Valley, and then suddenly it's like, now it's
time.
Like any David Page game? Like, what was it? Detroit. I think it's called Detroit. The one of the androids?
Become human, yeah.
Become human, yeah. Where the faces are almost too real, it's kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
About time we saw.
Like I feel like, and I don't know if this is just me. I think we have reached a point where we're, as much as people say improve graphics, there's not much we can improve on.
Lost sight of them.
Like, I'm sorry the PS7 will have graphics so impressive, but I just don't know how much more we can get better.
Ashamed to admit it, but yes.
Well, and how much it's
someone
gonna
magicked the
even
bandits
matter
away.
in the end at that point.
But why go to that kind of trouble for a handful of highwaymen scum?
Our graphics are
And besides, going to Fire Emblem Three Houses, let's say we have that 180p and 60 frames per second, its graphics style probably won't look too much different than it does now.
I just have to laugh that we'll follow 180p.
Wait, what?
Is that the graphic number?
It's 1080p. 180p is like the kind of shit when your internet drops a bar.
Okay. Okay, my bad. But I'm not a graphics hound, damn it.
I just learned about this in school, so I could properly laugh at this.
Leaving.
Okay. Don't get me sick. I was... yeah.
I can and I will.
Professor,
Oh,
wait.
that's good shit.
Well, he must have some idea where the bandits went.
Anyways.
Let's hurry after.
The point statement.
Boy, Burrito would be a terrible teacher.
Apparently he was the combat teacher.
Professor Yuritsa,
He
you
also
shouldn't
ran the
charge
arena
ahead
with
like that.
stuff.
It's far too dangerous. Wait, what if... bandits?
Dead by my...
My god, Burrito, you have no chill. He's like, I see bandits. What's going on? They're dead already! Ha 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 ha!
Yes, they look quite dead indeed. Are these the miscreants we were meant to deal with?
That's about right.
How is one to
What do you think it's Ritza? Because he's a pretty interesting character that I don't think had enough spotlight because he was like that post DLC character.
Do you know, Professor?
Well, when every other interaction was, you interest me. I want to kill you one day, or you kill me. Maybe whichever one. How about it? One day it'll happen.
That's what he said.
I'm like, okay.
Nope.
Cool.
It just
Anything
seems
else?
suspicious.
No. All right.
Yeah, it felt pretty weak sauce. But I do kind of like your S-rank ending with him, if you ever saw that. Well, it's not really a marriage ending, but the two of you are fighting like an army together. It was kind of comforting for him.
We're near the border of the kingdom and the empire, but that is no imperial outpost.
It's not the kingdom's either, and they're not
actually
flying any kind of banner. I'm guessing it's a bandit hideout.
Then give us allowance to be storming their...
Man, Petra, just talk all the time. I love your grammatical errors. I love your bad grammar.
It might be a little dangerous for us to handle on our own, Petra.
Randomly enough, even though Petra can't get a relationship with same sex, she clearly gets a relationship with Sophia in her ending. With Sophia.
Oh yes.
Yes, I mean,
Absolutely.
We should all
Because that subtext pretty much said they got together.
But the bandits might be inside.
Like, that's not me sipping. That's the game pretty much saying, yeah, they're in deep together.
Before they can bring harm to another soul.
Like, where Mercedes and Marianne's ending, clearly platonic.
And striking down evil is the Caspar way.
That was cute.
It's not smart.
Hey, I made Boda happy!
No idea what's waiting for us inside. We should hold.
Huh. I hadn't pegged you as the cautious type. Maybe that's what we need.
Boda is always a W, right?
Enough. This is not our decision to make. Professor Yuritsa?
The mission stands. Enter the fortress. Dispatch any bandits you find. There are no signs of life. We may be chasing ghosts.
Professor, are you having the ability to speak with ghost spirits?
It is just an expression, Petra. It means...
Man, this game is having fun with its character interactions. And I feel like Three Houses did that really good with Fire Emblem because one of the problems with a lot of the older Fire Emblems, especially the GBA ones, is you could only focus on the main heroes because the others could die real easily. So, most of the characters outside of supports didn't get much characterization other than that. Other than the introduction.
Let us make ready. Make sure you're prepared
Okay,
before
hold
we
on.
head out.
Here's something.
Oh, you found something?
So, it's like, this is a 0 review.
That's a good sign.
It's not the best Fire Emblem, nor is it close to being one of the best. The saga has lost every drop of its essence, its original charm. I have played it for several hours and I can come to the that it's more of this anime weeaboo pandering. Fire Emblem will be Fire Emblem when they worry about creating mature stories and stop implementing dating systems.
Alright, now I almost see this argument with a lot of modern Fire Emblems for a while now. The fact that it has become too anime. I hate to break it to you, but it has always been anime.
Yeah.
and I'm not going to go the condescending route because I don't have to. But if you look at even the Super Nintendo Fire Emblems, they had that feeling of that 90s style of anime, right?
Mm-hmm.
The character designs.
Oh yeah.
The reason that it's probably something you like less now is you may not like the modern anime design.
We'll put the bandits to rout. Follow me.
Mm-hmm. Maybe they don't like it because now anime is mainstream, and I don't like mainstream.
I seen that actually.
Oh.
I have seen that. Oh, I won't play Hubert because I feel like I want to do something new.
To see how a magic character plays in all of this.
Okay. As a heal of a magic, I can heal. Okay. Oh, I can get some super spells. I have options as that. Dark magic and spell status. Oh, I could essentially debuff the enemy when they hit them with my magic.
Alright, so some classic dark magic shit happening there. Actually, this is a very good point. If they don't have Lysithia's dark spikes, there will be hell to pay.
Boy, holy crap, look at Reach's weapon! It's a scythe! It's a scythe!
Oh yeah.
How did nobody figure out who he was?
Wait, yeah! What the fuck? That's such a unique weapon. What are the odds that two people are gonna use a fucking scythe when it's that uncommon?
And I can instantly switch my characters. That's cool in combat. Look at that. Let's try Ferdinand real quick. I want to try something different. After this fight, alright. Hey, I think we had some good fun. Oh no, we have to kill Gatekeeper-kun.
No! You monster! You are forever
Defeat Gatekeeper. Just 1 second, guys.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys. Give me 1 second.
Okie doke, sounds good. I suppose in this case, allow me to go through and see some of these. With a game like this, it's gonna be a lot of serious stuff. And I really like looking up reviews that take the piss. Reviews that are completely non-serious because something is either really shit, usually, but something is really shit, and people are like, nah, this is the best thing ever. I love that. With a lot of these, it's like, a lot of these people, it's either a 10 or a 0. It's like, alright, cool, I guess. Oh boy, there's a lot of people. Here's a 9. However, I feel some might be turned off by below average graphics. Unimpressive. Chart is very. It's like that's quite a lot of negatives that you listed there, and yet you still gave it a 9. All right. I want to see a mid one and see what they. I really like the tactical adventure style of Fire Emblem as a whole. I really couldn't get into it. It has a lot of complex systems that doesn't and a very slow pace. Okay. University section can only be slow paced if you choose it to be. You can make that go as quickly or as slowly as you physically can. As for me, I spent entire days fishing. I saved like 1 or 2 days of the whole time to do all of my fishing. And it took me a full 24 hours. And it's oh gravy. And it took me on average a month to beat each story.
A month? That seems pretty fast, actually.
I was just reading a review that was saying like the school sections are very slow paced, and I'm like, yeah, if you choose it to be, because like I was saying.
Oh yeah, I feel like Three Houses can feel like a long game if you choose to make it a long game.
My turn? Yeah, but otherwise it's not. It doesn't have to be. There's choice.
I don't think it. I don't think it was stupidly long, honestly.
Yeah, that's what one of these reviewers.
Now here's the thing that I could feel like the argument could be. If you do every story and everything, it feel like a lot of busy work, and it could probably feel very exhausting. And I'm going to actually kind of agree with that. But the game by itself does not expect you to do everything.
I was just saying how I took like a literal 24 hours out of my day, out of my time to do fishing because I would just save up all my lures for like a day of fishing that was really good. Now we do all the fishing and it would last 4 hours. But even still, even with that, it took me about a month to complete each story. So,
Is that a treasure chest?
Who knows? At this point, I was very meticulous with how I did my shit.
Key to open it.
But again, you didn't have to do all of that.
And now those intruders are all over the
I feel like the thing is, it does feel like probably one of the more bloated games if you choose to do everything. And unfortunately, I did do everything. So I have a little salt to some parts of that game. Know what I mean?
Okay, I get you. Yeah, I mean...
Because say you play all the campaigns with no game in the middle, right? Would you not actually somewhat agree that that's a lot of time on one game?
Well, it certainly felt like a lot of time on the game, absolutely.
Especially when you're Mr. 1,000 hours.
I can't take this anymore. I want to go home.
Well, that's just it. That probably contributed to it.
And did you not claim that you got burnout by the end of that? I don't. I do know you said you were a little tired after the final one. Particularly your final campaign.
Well, at that point, that was mostly due to going through the same kind of story over and over again. When I was expecting a little more of a divergence.
Were you expecting more diversity in the story?
Well, yeah, like more divergence and like a lot more varied paths where it's like,
take a breathe. I am your man.
Okay, it really only diverted slightly from the other story, but it's all
really the main difference was the final bosses, really.
Yeah. Which seemed a little bizarre because in some campaigns you would have the same map, but it wouldn't be a final boss.
This is certainly not
And
what we
others
signed
that
up
map
for.
would be the same fight, but now there's a final boss instead. What changed?
Watch this.
I found that a little bit,
probably not much, honestly. Like, I do agree that the multiple routes was kind of misleading. I think we can agree on that.
Yeah, it's just how you choose to go about the story with your favorite character. It's just like, yeah, who you want to go through the story with, rather than which route you want to take.
And I totally get that criticism, and I actually kind of agree with it.
I'd say that takes care of securing the bandit hideout. Unless something else
That was
can
one of the
And that's probably why I felt so zipped having the Black Eagles route being a lesser version of every other route.
Yeah. And that was the one that was like the most different out of everything.
And it was also the one that was the most advertised, if you remember when the game was getting advertised, right?
Oh, I don't remember that at all.
Alright, so when the game was getting advertised, Elgard was supposed to go.
Okay.
Elgard was supposed to, they were constantly putting in as one of the options, but clearly the option.
That's why there's...
And that's also why so many people hate Elgard, because he's the bad guy, and that was the one they advertised a lot.
I see.
And Elgard being the bad guy, I think it's a little bit of a misconception.
Yeah.
Because Elgard does have a point, the Torch is awfully sketch. But the game never shows the sketch side of the Torch that you just know most other games would so.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't tell
Hey,
you
there's a prisoner down here.
why
She looks
anybody's
like
doing it, so you don't really understand it. You just feel like there's... And...
Ooh, I like this combo. I think the fun thing about Warriors game is find these combos and you go, yep, this is what I like. Yeah, we saved Monica!
There we go.
She's not dead this time!
Are you here to rescue me? Lady Edelgard!
I mean, to be fair, that was later in the story.
How did you... No, my questions can wait.
Well, we're doing this attack sooner than we did last time.
So Marika's not sacrificed yet.
will make us wish we were dead.
Okay.
It's not safe here.
So we don't have to have that fucking that fucking Balthus side story about that.
Yep.
About his dad going nuts.
Whoever they are, they seem to be targeting that student. It falls upon us to keep her safe, no matter the cost. Still here.
But I do know that was one of the things that was advertised. Marika ain't dead. That was one thing. That was one thing that they made clear before the game even came out. This is Marika, not the other person.
Not Kranya. So, hey,
Kanya. Why did they advertise Kanya so much, even though Kanya really did nothing?
well, that's the thing. I expected her to be a lot more of a menace. Instant that she became.
But she was dead as soon as he appeared. Oh, yeah, I have.
What eyesores they are.
I'll for the man deal with that. I can't let the bandits run away. I'll do these side missions even though there's no point. I'll kill random bandits. For I am full and Banaya.
There we go.
I use my super attack to make sure you're dead. Not super cool, but it's okay. Oh, I leveled up. What?
I am the noble standard.
Oh well, I guess that makes sense. You can do that in some of them.
Oh yeah, it says I wasn't expecting it.
Yeah, I remember it being that jarring in
That's the last of them.
in Hyrule Warriors as well.
I feel like in Warriors games you just don't think about leveling up because it's even though it's a kind of action RPG, it's more action than RPG.
We need to hurry.
And whether that's bad or good, that would be on the individual, really.
Yeah, definitely.
Come on, Jock mates, die! Hell yeah. This is what happens when you fight Spider-Man Valnaya. Spider-Man is one of my favorites, man. Like, I know he's not really that special, but I appreciate him.
I mean, I hope we are at least.
Honestly, Ferdinand's a lot of fun.
Came in here and trashed my beautiful stronghold.
You're part of Team Ferdinand?
Hell yeah.
Oh, it's all. See?
Oh shit.
I'm Kranya, but you can just call me the lady that's about to murder you. Or, you know, don't.
Now we can tell you there ain't no sus here.
So be it.
Look at that. Fascinating.
Take a breather. If you truly are Kranya, then it is you who will die this day.
And we can proceed as planned.
Holy hell. Me playing the original game, I'm just getting mindfucked on all the things that has changed. Going to play a little bit as Hubert because playing a Mage Boy is kind of cool, actually.
Well, it's not something you see traditionally in games.
Oh, I'm doing lightning now! Oh, is that them? Oh, that's them. Alright. I leveled up!
Your own attacks for
Oh, no. No. Main character leveled up.
Aiming higher.
That seems like a pretty city stats growth.
Oh.
Oh, what was the most painful stats growth you have ever experienced in Fire Emblem? We all been there.
Well, it's all general.
Other than a net zero.
Yeah, well, I think, well, the most painful for sure, when it's just like one stat. Like, oh. Okay.
And it's not even the stats that they are trying to be good at.
Exactly. Everybody has that moment.
It's like, oh boy, Hector got 1 to magic. Fuck.
At that point, and at that point, a few more like that, and they're absolutely useless compared to the rest of the party.
Oh, it is really bad in old school Fire Emblem, guys. Like, be a Fire Emblem fan. Hell, be a Fire loser who cares about all those high stats and stuff. But don't tell me. Holy crap! Hey. It's weird seeing Monica and her in the same screen.
You're not going anywhere, Monica. I have something very special planned for you.
Gosh. Was it you that yeah. So this is basically Fire Emblem.
Which one is that?
I must get stronger.
Because I might have.
I feel like that's
I did not send that, but I have seen it.
yeah. I think that's incredibly accurate.
You asked for it. Release the creature we captured.
Oh fuck! What? What?
Oh no, you're fighting the Dark Beast.
This is going to be trouble.
This is the first level!
I mean, Hyrule Warriors had you at the first level.
It has multiple HPs, multiple defenses. Fuck.
Attack in force. You'll never defeat it alone.
We had to work as a team, using magic, axe, and spear. I like this. This is encouraging me to switch up my playstyle. I appreciate when the game is actually trying to make me do better. There we go.
They defeated a demonic beast?
Haha! This is a warrior's game. I can defeat these demonic beasts in 5 seconds.
You'll all pay.
Nice.
Snake escaped.
Alright, we'll do the next cutscene. To the next save, and then we'll call it a day because that Gil has to leave. And Elgard's got another level up. Hell yeah!
I must get stronger.
Alright, this was a pretty bad level up for Elgard. No strength.
Oh gosh, when you get a good level up, but it's like the one, but
Any
it's not,
experience
it
is
have the
worth
one
having.
that you need.
Exactly. It's like, if you have like somebody like Elgard and level up without strength, you didn't get anything. Fatherland, yes! MVP for life!
Yeah.
I think that's actually a good way to do our final fight. for today, anyways. Oh, holy crap! Holy crap, we are getting a lot of experiences.
Hey, a new power. All right.
Who knew this power slept within?
I must make them.
Oh yeah, everybody's getting a lot of things, man.
I need more strength than this.
It definitely is a pretty good Warriors game, I would say. I'm getting our weapons. I wonder if they have those, you know, those Soul Eater weapons. You know the ones I'm talking about. The quest weapons.
They must.
Alright, we'll get to the next save point and then I'll end stream.
I thought I would never breathe fresh air again for as long as I lived. I'm not sure what to say except...
Now we have Monica, who will finally have a personality other than dead.
How did you end up in such an awful place, Monica? I heard you went missing in House Ox territory.
You know
I did indeed.
Means, right?
In fact, I was on the
what?
when I was kidnapped by the
This also
strangest
means
people.
that she can't kill Gerald in the same way.
No, Gerald might live! Holy crap. If Gerald lives, there's a timeline.
Oh, how silly of
Fuck
me
that
not to
best
introduce
timeline
myself.
if that's the case.
I'm Monica von Ox.
Like, if Gerald lives, I would be much happier. Because his death felt cheap.
Most loyal
Well, it
subjects.
did.
Seeing as you saved my life, I
Like,
plan to
especially when we
very
time
much
travel, it's just like,
helping your
eh,
cause.
he dies anyways. Noob.
Yeah, it's like... Hold on, what? I time traveled once. And that was the extent of that? We're more powerful at this point, even in story.
You've not changed at all, though I do appreciate the enthusiasm.
Monica was a
it was
black
garbage.
eagle in last year's class.
Like, Gerald's
Some might
death,
say she's part of the old
0 out of 10. Do not recommend. Don't die, Gerald.
I'm not sure how I feel about you calling people old.
I imagine Monica now joins us.
Yes. I think I understand.
Nah, now she'll sit
This
on
all
the
began when the
sideline.
knights lost sight of the band.
Wasn't that the biggest piss off ever? You save Monica. She does nothing. She's part of your class, but she's not really.
Afterward, you
just
entered
like
a
having
suspicious
Rodriguez.
fortress and rescued a missing student.
Or Judith.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Or
I'll be sure
Nadir.
to smooth things over for you once we're back.
I feel like the Golden Deer had the most of that, honestly.
Sounds
Yes.
good. But, why are you even here, Alois?
Because the knights
There's a
sent
lot
for
of
help
people
after
that
you
were
left them
just
behind.
not-
Did you expect anything different?
That were simply confined to being
Not that I'm
simple
trying to lay
ally
blame at your
characters.
feet.
That, to
I
being,
know you were
they were
following Professor
confined to
Euryx's
being
lead,
green.
So I think everyone involved can head
Now,
home
now
and
let me ask you
just
this.
sweat.
Since we're looking at reviews, mostly bad ones, what would you rank Free Houses?
For as you know, all swell that ends swell.
Out of 10.
Still, I find this a rather grave turn of events.
Because I'll give my number, I'd give it a very solid 8. I spent a lot of time and I fall in love with so many characters, and a lot of the stories kept me intrigued. And characters I may not cared for as much, like Sylvain, changed me with their supports.
To think
Yeah.
the same bandits who attacked our
give it a
charges were
7
behind
myself,
another student's
probably.
abduction.
Ooh, the horse reviewer. It's unplayable, according to IGN.
So yeah.
Hey, if you give somebody a 7, Metacritic makes that a yellow review.
Oh shit.
I never said I was kidnapped by bandits?
You didn't?
Yeah.
Now that I think on it, not everyone in that fortress was dressed like a common rogue.
You're like, is that true? Looks at backlight. Holy fuck. Really? Sevens are yellows?
Perhaps the bandits were mere decoys while some other villain pulled strings behind the scenes.
I'll be honest, I hate that system, honestly. Because I feel like a 7 should not be a negative review.
Well, yeah, there was one real piece of work. Kronya, I think,
That's just it.
who managed to escape. I've seen all kinds of people as a mercenary, and she
If
was
it's not
definitely
like
not your everyday
perfect
bandit.
game, suddenly it's trash.
You're on the right path.
And that's why I can't take game journalism seriously, because it's either a 9 out of 10 or a 4 out of 10 with most reviews.
What?
And that may not be the numbers they're using, but that's the words they're using.
Yes, exactly.
Everyone was busy.
Like, I seen plenty 7 out of 10s seem super negative. Like, the IGN review of bloody Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, there was a lot of passive-aggressive negativity.
What do you know, child? Out with it.
Yeah.
Her Highness can vouch for this.
Like, I guess that's what it is. It's passive-aggressive negativity that I don't like.
Try remarkable. You never forget a face, even one seen only at a glance.
Your Highness,
Yeah.
Oh god, look at Marka blasting at the simplest compliment from Elgard.
Seems on par with her. With character when she was dead.
I'm certain of what I saw. The one who kidnapped me was surely
Tomas?
the librarian.
Holy crap, they're revealing Tomas already.
Tomas?
Oh,
They're speedrunning this set.
Well, 0 out of 10. We didn't save
Tomas has been
Tomas.
at Garrick Mark even longer than I have.
Alright. Who actually cares about Tomas? Even if he could have been savable.
No choice but to investigate.
But Sir Alois?
Find me that Tomas simp. I think that might be impossible.
Be on guard. If Tomas is in league with Kronya, he is dangerous.
Can you imagine the Tomas simp all alone with his Tomas merchandise in his room?
The decision in her hands. Not a word of this to anyone.
That's what I would be more surprised at, honestly.
Well, now things are getting
Like,
Honestly,
yes,
I did not
Tomas,
see it
the best character of all media.
What do you make of this Kronya? Why do you think she was at the fortress?
You seemed preoccupied with her during the battle. She a friend of yours?
Sadly, I wouldn't know. My
It seems like, not Sophist knows more about those who stood in the dark than Sophist did.
Gone, vanished, lost. I remember meeting you, but before that,
well,
nothing at all. And yet, the moment I saw her, I was struck with the most inexplicable feeling. I couldn't tell you if it was revulsion or affection. It was simply pure emotion.
And here I thought I had it tough.
Are you worried about me? How adorable. Oh, but I do love that about you.
Alright, can I save so we can call it? Nope, you still have more to talk about.
Has elected to apprehend Tomas.
He has been away from Garrick Mark for days now.
During his absence, an investigation.
This definitely has story. Holy crap, Marka's part of our huddle.
Hostility to the church.
The knights have been instructed to await his return and take him in. As quietly as possible, of course.
We want him alive, so we might discover the whereabouts of his...
I'm glad they actually believed me.
If they doubted you, you would have known it the moment they clapped you in irons and led you away.
So who is this Tomas?
Who is this Tomas? I didn't have any free reign in the monastery.
He does. I've lost track of how many times I've spoken to the man.
No surprise, Lynn. You practically live at the library.
So what did he look like
I wonder
again?
if they're gonna pull a
Is
fast
he the
one on
big
us and
burly
make
one?
different people die.
Burly? Not even
with
close.
this.
He's a frail old man.
Who would tick you off if they killed?
From what I understand, he's been at Garrick Mach for 40 years, at least. It is hard to imagine that he had been plotting evil that whole time.
Rain, I think, would cause a riot.
Would someone be noticing if Tomas changed his
Like,
appearance?
I feel like Flame was one of the more popular non-house characters.
She absolutely was, and I concur.
He meant a mental transformation, not a physical one. Tomas must have changed his mind about the church at some point.
I am excited to have learning of this strange new expression. I must be thanking you.
Who was?
Flame.
Your last one?
Yeah, when I did, because my last route was the church route.
Who were your waifus slash husbandos?
Worried about transformations. You'd expect they would turn their gaze to you. Good to know they're nice enough not to do so.
Yeah.
So this Tomas person sent the bandits after us?
Blue Lions, I was a lady. Tree.
Dimitri?
Yeah.
What an awful man. We're lucky to be alive.
You're one to talk, Bernadetta. You weren't even there.
I went with Hilda.
Yes.
And your final one would have been Flame.
Yeah.
You're right.
Alright. Mine were for Black Eagles. I went with Aragod. For Blue Lions, I went with similar actually.
Everyone, pipe down. Something's happening.
Golden Lions, I went with Claude.
Are they ready at the gates?
And the fourth one, I went with Catherine actually.
Ah, nice.
Yes, sir. Every exit is covered.
So I had some different options there.
Returned.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't know why I know this, but you need to get out there and quickly.
That's a good time.
I think Tomas is here. Wait, we should discuss this before you...
Alright, come on, game, baby. Oh, cutscene. Damn it, game! Don't you know I'm streaming?
There he is!
Streaming? And you're not part of a copyrighted network? Demonetized.
Oof.
That man down there.
Lady Rhea wants to speak with you. I suggest you accept.
Nintendo's not as bad as they used to be, honestly.
Mine will benefit me no further.
I hear less about Nintendo nowadays.
But that can be one of two things. They've either gotten better with it, or they've gotten sneaky with it.
Familiar, right?
Or people, or a lot of people just don't attempt to.
Such hubris from mere vermin. You will pay for this.
Hey, Forehead! Didn't do his betrayal when he was supposed to. We saved more people!
What he did was just like...
Heh.
Alright, we can save!
Nice.
And that's what we're going to call it, guys. I had a good time. I'm sure Gil had a good time.
Definitely.
And I'm going to do this game throughout the week. With or without Gil. Gil's a busy guy.
Indeed.
I'm a busy guy as well. Tomorrow will be more Xenoblade Chronicles. And we're going to be rotating between this and this game in the mornings. And hopefully Tuesday evening I can do an evening stream. But that'll be to be announced, because the other days I'm doing D&D stuff with my friends. D&D is a big part of my life nowadays, so I have to keep up with that.
I hope you guys have had a good time. I'll see you all next time.